Are you ready for the ultimate Zarpado compilation facts? Subscribe and let's start. The Titan beetle stands out as one of the largest insects in existence, reaching up to 6.7 inches in length. Although it has wings, its ability to fly is limited, so it usually climbs trees before taking off. Curiously, in its adult stage, it does not feed, since its only purpose is to reproduce. Its imposing body and intimidating appearance make it a truly impressive creature. Only the Pope has the exclusive privilege of wearing deep red shoes. This distinctive footwear symbolizes the bloodshed by Christian martyrs throughout history, reminding believers of their sacrifice and unbreakable faith. The tradition of the papal red shoe is a visual manifestation of respect and connection with those who gave their lives for their beliefs. A surprising look into the hidden world of human pups, men who dress and act like dogs. This secret subculture blends roleplay, affection, and personal expression. For many, it is not just about costumes, but a way to release tension and connect emotionally. Eris is a small borzoi dog known for having the longest snout ever recorded in the world, reaching nearly 12.2 inches in length. Despite this unusual feature, veterinarians confirm that her teeth are in perfect condition. Although her snout is exceptionally long, she has not suffered serious illnesses related to it. The Anguloa uniflora, popularly known as the baby cradle orchid, stands out for the peculiar shape of its flowers, which resemble a smiling child being cradled. This species has its natural habitat in the high mountain ranges of South America, and with a notable presence in countries such as Peru. Beyond its unique floral design, this orchid is also appreciated for the soft and pleasant fragrance it emits. Tonki is a charming Shar-Pei dog who has captured the attention of thousands of people on the internet due to her unusually cute appearance. Her wrinkled face, droopy ears, and sweet expression make many compare her to a living plush toy. From her first months of life, her photos began circulating on social media, where she quickly went viral. Romania is home to one of the largest concentrations of wildlife in Europe, and among its dense forests and mountains lies the continent's largest population of brown bears. It is estimated that around 6,000 brown bears live there, a significantly high number compared to other European countries. And this abundance has created a complex challenge for authorities. Made in Spain, the Osby Geo is a foldable electric bicycle that represents a new generation of sustainable urban transportation. Its smart design allows it to fold quickly and easily in a single motion, making it an ideal option for people who move around the city and need to combine different modes of transport. Beyond its functionality, what truly sets it apart is its ecological focus. Arbab Kizer Hayat has captured global attention due to his imposing physique and extraordinary strength demonstrations. This man, originally from Pakistan, stands about 6 feet 3 inches tall and weighs an astonishing 959 pounds, making him a truly colossal figure. His fame comes not only from his size, but also from striking feats, such as dragging a moving tractor. And also, can you imagine dining more than 164 feet above the ground? At Dinner in the Sky, it is possible. Originating in Belgium, this unique restaurant has more than 30 locations around the world. While enjoying an exquisite meal prepared by renowned chefs, you can admire a panoramic view for 45 minutes. All of this comes at a price that varies depending on the location and selected menu. We present Diminish and Ascend, an impressive infinite staircase sculpture created by artist David McCracken. This work is a true optical illusion, since from certain angles it appears to be an endless staircase stretching toward the sky. Measuring 31.2 feet in length and nearly 16.4 feet in height, it is permanently installed in the Christchurch Botanic Gardens in New Zealand. The shark-shaped underwater jet ski represents a revolutionary aquatic machine created to deliver a one-of-a-kind adventure. Its aerodynamic design mimics the silhouette of a shark, merging the speed and maneuverability of a jet ski with the ability to dive like a small submarine. This combination allows users to move both on the surface and underwater, exploring the marine environment from different perspectives. Simon Beck, originally from the United Kingdom, creates gigantic designs on snow using only his feet in special snowshoes. For hours, he meticulously walks to form geometric figures and fractals of enormous precision that can only be fully appreciated from the air. In the northeast corner of China lies an astonishing place, the Red Beach of Panchen. This surreal landscape is part of the wetlands of the Liaohe Bay Ecological Reserve, and its striking appearance is due to a unique plant known as Sueta salsa. This vegetation, adapted to salty and muddy soils, dyes the land an intense red that reaches its full brilliance when autumn arrives. On January 18, 2024, a certified drone captured from the sky how an aerial saw pilot trims trees near power lines. With surgical precision, the aircraft glides through the foliage, cutting branches that threaten safety. The name Rocco Mercurio stands out in the Guinness Book for his incredible skill at balancing poker chips. On May 15, 2023, in the Italian city of Villa San Giovanni, he achieved a surprising feat. He balanced 255 chips on a single finger, thus setting a new world record. This extraordinary talent is no coincidence, as Rocco has earned recognition for his ability to maintain balance in various challenges. Japanese athlete Kurado Itaka broke an impressive Guinness record by performing 8 rope rotations during a single jump. This feat, achieved on July 17, 2023 in the city of Yamaguchi, demanded exceptional coordination and speed. The achievement positions him as a global reference in high-speed jump rope. His skill left judges and spectators equally amazed. In Italy, a unique competition is held every year in which teams build boats made of cardboard to compete in a water race. The main goal is to travel the greatest possible distance without the boat sinking along the way. In addition to speed and endurance, creativity is also recognized, with awards for the most innovative and eye-catching design. McLaren made history at the Qatar Grand Prix 2023 by completing the fastest pit stop ever recorded in Formula One, just 1.80 seconds. In that moment, 20 mechanics worked like a Swiss watch to change the tires on Lando Norris's car after his second stint at the Losail circuit. Imagine being allergic to water, even to your own tears. That is the reality of Tessa Hansen-Smith, who lives with aquagenic urticaria, a rare condition that causes her skin to break out in painful rashes upon contact with water. Showering is such a major challenge that she only does it twice a month, since simply getting wet causes fever, migraines, and even tongue injuries if she drinks water. She cannot cry, and sweating is pure torment. Meet Brian Berg, the ace of cards, recognized as the best card stacker in the world. This incredible talent has built impressive mansions and other large-scale structures using only playing cards, taking his art to levels never before imagined. He has worked with giants such as Disney World, Lexus, and various sports leagues, leaving his mark on iconic projects. In 1992, at 17 years old, Berg broke the world record by building the tallest house of cards in the world, reaching a height of 14.4 feet. Hiroshi Ishiguro, a Japanese innovator, has created robots with artificial intelligence and a human appearance so realistic that they seem straight out of a science fiction movie. His attention to detail is astonishing, from facial expressions to the smallest gestures, making his machines almost indistinguishable from real people. His most fascinating robot, Geminoid HI-1, is an exact replica of himself, taking the concept of robotics to a completely new level. Antonio Romero Montero is recognized worldwide for holding the largest video game collection on the planet, an achievement certified by Guinness World Records. His impressive repertoire exceeds 24,000 titles, covering a vast diversity of consoles and generations. This passion began when he was just 10 years old, in 1987, And since then, he has steadily accumulated each piece with dedication and care to form a one-of-a-kind archive. Afshin Esmail Ghaderzadeh is a young Iranian man with a height of just 25.7 inches. He was recognized as the shortest living man in the world by Guinness World Records. In addition to his stature, he has the smallest hands ever officially recorded. His condition is extremely rare and unique. Despite his height, his story has traveled around the world. If Dr. Seuss had designed an ecosystem, it would be Socotra. This remote island in the Indian Ocean has more than 700 unique species, including the famous dragon blood tree, which looks like a giant umbrella turned upside down. The plants, rocks, and formations seem from another planet, which is why Socotra has been described as the most alien place on Earth. Imagine a forest, but made entirely of sharp stone. That is Chingi de Bemaraha, a range of limestone spikes so sharp they cut hikers' shoes if they step the wrong way. Despite its brutal geography, the place is full of unique species, and the rays of light that slip through the cracks create a hypnotic and surreal landscape. In the middle of the Tian Shan Mountains, an earthquake formed a natural dam that flooded an entire forest. Today, Lake Kindy is a visual spectacle. Spruce trunks rise from the turquoise water like frozen specters from another world. What is incredible is that underwater, the branches are perfectly preserved, giving the impression of an intact underwater forest. They call it the door to hell, and when you see it, you understand why. In the middle of the Karakum Desert, there is a crater 226 feet in diameter that has been burning nonstop since 1971. It was ignited by Soviet scientists to prevent the release of methane gas, and it simply never went out. Today it burns with hypnotic orange flames, like an underworld furnace lighting up the night. In 2014, Ghanaian soccer player Mohamed Anas made a huge mistake during a post-match interview. He said, "I want to thank my girlfriend and also my wife for always supporting me." And just like that, in less than 5 seconds, he invented the emotional own goal. Now he has searched for more in the VAR of love than in the one for soccer. A star on the field, but a bench warmer at excuses. Also called the Love Beach, this place is located inside a submerged crater, hidden in one of the Marianas Islands. It can only be accessed by swimming through an underwater tunnel, and when you emerge, you find a white sand beach completely surrounded by rocky walls, with an opening to the sky. It was formed by military explosions decades ago, but today it is one of the most magical and protected landscapes in the Pacific. In a remote temple in Thailand, there is a rock known as Hin Sam Wan, or the whale rock, which appears to float over emptiness. The structure weighs thousands of tons and rests on a tiny contact point. Engineers assure that according to the laws of weight and balance, that rock should have fallen centuries ago. Inside a small waterfall in New York, there is a flame that never goes out. Yes, in the middle of the water, an invisible force keeps a flame alive. It was thought to be a simple natural gas leak, and until geologists determined that the rock in that area does not produce enough gas to keep a flame burning. Javier is a Spanish actor, but also one of the most flexible bodies in the world. He has Marfan syndrome, a genetic condition that lengthens his limbs, increases joint flexibility, and allows him to move like an impossible creature. Thanks to this, he has portrayed monsters in movies such as Wreck, It, and The Curse of La Llorona, without the need for digital effects. Conchetta has tetrachromacy, a genetic condition that gives her a fourth visual cone, meaning she can distinguish up to 99 million colors, while the average human can only distinguish 1 million. She sees color shades where others only see gray or white. On top of that, she is a professional painter, which makes her a kind of living HD camera. This Japanese man is a modern master of the art of the katana, but not just any master. He cuts real bullets in midair. Yes, with a sword and at speeds impossible for the human eye to perceive. His reflexes are as sharp as his katana, and he has been studied by scientific programs that confirm his perception of time is faster than average. This American ultramarathon runner has something scientists still cannot fully explain. He can run hundreds of miles without showing normal signs of muscle fatigue. In 2005, he ran 348 miles in just 80 hours without stopping to sleep. His body appears to have a genetic mutation that removes lactic acid more quickly, the substance that normally causes muscles to burn when overexerted. Neil was born with achromatopsia, a condition that prevents him from seeing colors. But he created a device called the iBorg implanted in his skull, which converts colors into sound frequencies. Now he literally hears the color of the world. And that is not all. Since hearing goes beyond the human visual spectrum, he can hear colors such as ultraviolet and infrared. Kim Peek was the inspiration behind the movie Rain Man, but his ability was even more astonishing than fiction. He could read 2 pages at the same time, one with each eye, and memorize 98% of what he read. He remembered in detail more than 12,000 books, entire calendars spanning centuries, maps, musical scores, and historical data, all without taking notes. After a fever in 1973, this Vietnamese farmer completely lost the ability to sleep. What is incredible is that according to local medical reports, he has not slept a single second in more than 50 years and remains perfectly healthy. Scientists tried to study him, but found no cognitive damage, memory loss, or chronic fatigue. Have you heard of the Belgian blue cow? This cattle breed is famous for its impressive musculature, which gives it a unique and powerful appearance. Its extreme muscle development is due to a genetic mutation that inhibits the production of myostatin, the protein responsible for regulating muscle growth. As a result, these animals naturally develop large and well-defined muscles. Male giraffes have a peculiar behavior during their mating ritual, in which they repeatedly hit the back of the females with their heads until the females urinate. The male then tastes the urine to detect signs of ovulation and determine the best time for reproduction. This ritual is essential for mate selection, as it allows them to assess the fertility of the female. The fainting goat is the animal that freezes from fear, literally. There is a breed of goat so strange that when they get scared, they faint and fall to the ground, stiff like statues. The reason is a genetic condition called myotonia congenita, which causes their muscles to contract suddenly when frightened. It does not cause them pain, but the effect is so ridiculous that they look like soap opera actresses exaggerating a tragic death. No, it is not CGI. This deep sea fish has the top of its head completely transparent, and inside it, 2 green tube-shaped eyes that rotate within the skull. It can look upward, forward, and backward from inside its own head. Its eyes are protected by a gelatinous dome, while allowing it to survive the pressure of the deep sea. Did you know that the actor who has earned the most money from a single movie is Tom Cruise? This happened thanks to Top Gun Maverick, released in 2022. In addition to being the highest-grossing film of his career, Tom received an upfront payment of $14 million and a share of the movie's profits. It is estimated that he earned more than $100 million from the total box office, which reached $1,493 million worldwide. A well-known YouTuber from the channel Action Lab covered his car with Vanta Black, a material that absorbs almost all visible light, capturing up to 99% of it. At night, the car becomes nearly invisible to the naked eye due to its ability to absorb incoming light. Vanta Black challenges traditional ideas of color, as it seems to create a visual void, making coated surfaces appear to disappear. It does not need arrows or guns. The archerfish has a sniper-worthy technique. It shoots jets of water from its mouth to knock insects off branches more than 6.6 feet away. This fish, which lives in Southeast Asian mangroves, calculates the angle, light refraction in water, and the distance to its target, then spits with enough force to knock its prey out of the air. It is not invisible, but almost. The glass squid lives in deep waters, and its body is so transparent that it looks like it is made of alien gelatin. Only its digestive system and its huge bulging eyes are visible, floating in nothingness. This species relies on its invisibility to avoid predators. It lives in the mesopelagic zone of the ocean, where very little light reaches. In an amateur tournament in Colombia, the referee had to suspend a match because a goat invaded the field and refused to leave. Attempts to remove it lasted more than 30 minutes. Desperate players even tried offering it fruit. The best part is that the goat wandered around the penalty area as if it were the starting goalkeeper. The referee wrote in his report, "The match could not continue due to the presence of stubborn wildlife." Finding Nemo was released in 2003, but in Monsters, Inc. from 2001, there is a scene where Boo shows Sully a drawing of an orange and white fish that is identical to Nemo. How is that possible? Because Pixar already had the movie in production and decided to include a very early Easter egg. The craziest part is that this scene turned Boo into the time-traveling girl within the Pixar theory, because yes, she also appears in other movies. The movie that redefined animated cinema, Shrek, was rejected by almost all major studios. Nobody wanted to make a movie with an ugly ogre, edgy jokes, and pop songs. Disney even rejected it because they considered it too grotesque and vulgar. DreamWorks was the one that took the risk. Not only was it a success, it won the first Academy Award in history for Best Animated Feature, defeating Monsters, Inc. In the mountainous region of Abkhazia, Georgia, lies the astonishing Veryovkina Cave, the deepest known cave on the planet so far. This underground wonder descends to 7,257 feet, plunging into the depths of the earth like no other place in the world. Exploring its dark passages represents an extreme challenge for speleologists and adventurers. The airport located on the island of St. Barthélemy stands out for having one of the most challenging landing zones on the planet. With just 2,132 feet of sloped runway ending right at the edge of St. John Beach, this place demands pinpoint precision from pilots. Aircraft must perform controlled maneuvers, descending at very low altitude over houses and busy roads before touching down. Geese, like many winged species, completely lack teeth. Instead, they have an adapted beak that helps them capture and tear food without the need to chew. This natural tool is designed for specific functions, such as cutting grass or filtering water. Although they do not bite like mammals, their beak can be surprisingly effective and even intimidating. In Colombia, there is a river that looks like it came out of a fairy tale due to its spectacular display of colors, known as Cano Cristales. This body of water stands out for showing up to 5 different tones, earning it the nickname Liquid Rainbow. The color variety is due to unique algae and aquatic plants that thrive on its riverbed and change color depending on the season and environmental conditions. In 2004, Maura Murray, a college student, had a minor car accident in New Hampshire. She refused help from a witness, and when police arrived minutes later, she was gone. There were no footprints, no traces, and no signs of struggle. To this day, it is unknown whether she ran away, was abducted, or murdered. Her case is one of the most debated in true crime forums. In 1893, Jack Burke and Andy Bowen starred in the longest boxing match in history. It lasted 110 rounds in 7 hours and 19 minutes without stopping. There was no round limit. The fight would only end when someone was knocked out. The result was a draw. Both were still standing, staggering but alive. Burke fractured both arms. Bowen could not speak or walk properly for days, but neither of them agreed to quit. Hisao Mitani, a unique Japanese man, has become famous for walking the streets of Tokyo, accompanied by his African tortoise named Bon-chan. This tortoise, now over 26 years old, impresses with its size and weight, reaching 154 pounds. The unusual pair often draws the attention of passers-by and tourists. Mitani has turned these walks into a routine that reflects a special bond between human and animal. The tallest statue on the planet is the Statue of Unity, located in India. Inaugurated in 2018, its total height reaches 597 feet, including the base on which it stands. This imposing work honors Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, a key figure in the country's post-independence history. Its design and dimensions make it a national symbol of unity and strength. The Oxybelus fulgidus is recognized as the thinnest snake in the world, standing out for its extremely slender and elegant body. Native to Central America and northern South America, it has even attracted interest in India. This species barely reaches a thickness of 0.8 inches, although it can extend up to 4.9 feet in length. Its fragile appearance contrasts with its agility and ability to move through vegetation. Emma Gibson was born in 2017, but her story began much earlier. Her embryo had been frozen for 25 years since 1992, marking an incredible record. Through in vitro fertilization, doctors extracted and fertilized the egg, froze it in a protective solution, and decades later implanted it in her mother, Tina. The result was a healthy baby girl, weighing 6 pounds and standing 20 inches tall, who technically could have been born in the 1990s. Shaped like a giant whisk standing 29.5 feet tall, this fountain has an impressive capacity of 2,642 gallons of chocolate. The mixture flows at a speed of 2.2 pounds per second, making it a true marvel that draws every eye. Hyams Beach, located in the picturesque Jervis Bay in Australia, is famous for having the whitest sand on the planet, an official recognition backed by a Guinness record. The stunning whiteness of its beach is no coincidence, but the result of sand composed mostly of tiny grains of pure quartz that reflects sunlight with exceptional brightness. In the Parana Delta, located in Argentina, there is an enigmatic natural formation that has captured many people's attention, an island known as the Eye. What makes it truly unique is its almost perfectly round shape, which sets it apart from other irregular islands. Even more surprising is the way it appears to slowly move through the water, as if it were floating and navigating on its own. Have you ever imagined seeing a mountain range that looks like it was painted with watercolors? That exists in China, the Dangxia formations, where minerals and erosion created layers of red, yellow, blue, and orange that cover the mountains like a psychedelic cake. It looks like a badly calibrated video game render, but it is 100% real, no filters. Climbing Mount Dangxia is like ascending a staircase to the sky. Its steps, carved into nearly vertical rock, challenge both vertigo and gravity. This impressive geological formation in China is not only a physical challenge, but a unique visual spectacle. Every step offers breathtaking views, and not just because of the effort. In 2020, the Greek government declared Tom Hanks an honorary citizen, but that is not the craziest part. He was also classified as a protected cultural resource, almost like a living heritage site. The reason is that Hanks helped fund and promote humanitarian actions after devastating wildfires in Greece. And on top of that, he loves the country so much that he owns homes on several islands. When he was offered the role of Hannibal Lecter, Hopkins received a script of more than 130 pages. He read it once, and the very next day he already knew it word for word. Not only that, he corrected other actors during rehearsals because he also remembered their lines. Director Jonathan Demme was so impressed that he said he had never worked with someone who could learn a script as if it were a poem. During the filming of Fury, Shia LaBeouf was so committed to his character that he pulled out a tooth with pliers without anesthesia because the script said the soldier had to have a broken tooth. As if that were not enough, he also made real cuts on his face because he did not trust makeup. The production eventually separated him from the rest of the cast because they no longer knew whether he was acting or losing his mind. In Armor of God, Jackie Chan performed a scene where he jumped from a tree to a wall, but he landed badly and fractured his skull. Part of his bone pierced his brain, and he had to undergo emergency surgery. What is most incredible is that he returned to the set weeks later and completed the scene. To this day, he still has a metal plate in his skull, and even so, he insists on doing all his stunts without doubles. It is called Basport Lockroy, and it is a former British station turned into a museum and a post office. Yes, you read that right, a post office in the middle of the ice. Every year, thousands of tourists who dare to get there send postcards with unique Antarctic stamps. But the craziest part is that the penguins that live there have priority over humans. If one blocks the entrance, you have to wait. In 1911, explorer Robert Falcon Scott left a cabin stocked with all kinds of supplies before heading toward the South Pole. He died in the attempt, but the cabin remained, and to this day the food is still there, frozen and in perfect condition. There are cans of biscuits, preserved meat, chocolate, and even toothpaste, all preserved by the extreme cold. Mount Erebus is one of the southernmost volcanoes in the world, and it is active. What is even more incredible is that there is evidence of dozens of more volcanoes beneath the Antarctic ice. The geothermal heat from these subglacial volcanoes could be melting the base of the ice sheets from below, something that worries scientists because it could accelerate glacial collapse and change sea levels across the planet. No snake, lizard, or crocodile lives in Antarctica. Zero reptiles. And it is not just because of the cold. Even fossils indicate that these animals never managed to establish themselves there, not even during warmer periods of geological history. This makes Antarctica the only continent on the planet completely free of reptiles. In Lake Mercer, a subglacial lake drilled in 2019, scientists extracted water containing living bacteria that had been frozen for more than 10,000 years. The shocking part is that they revived and reproduced in the laboratory, proving that life can enter total hibernation for millennia and then return as if nothing happened. This discovery has direct implications for the search for life on Mars or Europa. It is called Ophiocordyceps unilateralis, and it is one of the most disturbing organisms in existence. This fungus infects an ant, travels to its brain, and takes total control of its body. It forces the ant to climb a leaf, bite it, and stay there until it dies. Then the fungus sprouts from its skull and spreads its spores to new victims. Allow me to introduce the fascinating basket star, a marine creature closely related to traditional starfish. It inhabits the warm, shallow waters of the tropical western Atlantic, extending through the Caribbean Sea and the Gulf of Mexico. Its shape and movements resemble its star-shaped relatives, but it has unique characteristics that make it stand out in its ecosystem. The Australian beachworm is a creature that lives hidden beneath the sand of Australian coastlines. Its long and agile body can exceed 3.3 feet in length, moving with great flexibility between grains of sand. This underground inhabitant is a key piece of the coastal ecosystem, even though it spends most of its life out of sight. The island located in Aoshima, known as Cat Island, is a place where felines dominate the landscape, vastly outnumbering the few humans who live there. Originally, the cats were introduced to combat a mouse infestation, but they ended up settling permanently. Today, the cat population exceeds 100 individuals, while human residents number only a few dozen. In a remote region of southeastern Turkey, a unique botanical phenomenon flourishes: the enigmatic black roses of Halfeti. These flowers, with their almost impossible dark tone, owe their color to the specific soil conditions and irrigation with water from the Euphrates River. Their cultivation is only viable in this very particular environment, making them an exclusive floral treasure. In Croatia, there is a rather peculiar museum called Froggyland, which houses an impressive collection of more than 500 taxidermied frogs. What makes this place unique is that each frog has been carefully positioned to imitate human postures and actions, such as playing tennis or performing as circus acrobats. Bernard Smilde, originally from the Netherlands, has earned the nickname Master of Clouds thanks to his innovative artistic approach. His work is based on manipulating elements such as smoke, vapor, and tiny water droplets to create cloud-like formations inside enclosed rooms. These creations are temporary and disappear quickly, but he manages to preserve their fleeting beauty through photography. Actor Nicolas Cage owns a rather unusual tomb, a white pyramid located in the St. Louis Cemetery of New Orleans. This structure, built in 2010 and nearly 9.8 feet tall, bears the enigmatic Latin phrase omnia ab uno, which translates to everything from one. Although Cage has never publicly explained the meaning of his decision, the tomb has become a point of tourist interest. In the vast Namib Desert are the mysterious fairy circles, perfectly round areas where vegetation completely disappears, leaving a bare and arid surface. Around these spaces forms a defined ring of much taller and denser grass than the surrounding terrain, creating a fascinating visual contrast. Beneath Mont Blanc, there is a cave carved each year inside a glacier known as the Grotte de Glace. It is a tunnel of translucent blue ice that changes shape every winter, with sculptures, illuminated walls, and passages that look like they are made of crystal. Walking through it feels like entering a polar castle sculpted by time. And because the glacier moves, the cave is never the same from one year to the next. Imagine a mountain made of cotton, but solid and sculpted by water. Pamukkale means cotton castle in Turkish, and it consists of white limestone formations over which crystal clear thermal waters flow. The dissolved minerals form natural terraced pools as if someone had placed shining trays on a snowy hillside. In 1959, 9 experienced hikers died in the Ural Mountains under such strange circumstances that the case became one of Russia's greatest mysteries, known as the Dyatlov Pass incident. Tents ripped open from the inside, bodies half naked despite the cold, one with a missing tongue, another with a crushed skull, but no external signs of violence. Years later, theories were proposed, including an avalanche, infrasound-induced paranoia, and even secret experiments, but none are fully convincing. The hagfish is a unique creature in the animal kingdom because it has a skull but lacks a позвоночник. Its internal structure is made of cartilage instead of rigid bones, giving it flexibility to adapt to marine conditions. Despite being a vertebrate, its anatomy sets it apart because it does not have a typical backbone. As a defense against predators, the hagfish can secrete large amounts of mucus, creating a viscous substance that can suffocate attackers. The sea otter holds the title of the furriest animal in the world, with an impressive range of between 100,000 and 160,000 hairs per square centimeter. This dense fur allows it to survive in cold and icy waters, effectively protecting it from the cold. Unlike other marine mammals that rely on a thick layer of fat for insulation, the sea otter depends entirely on its fur to stay warm. Did you know that in China there is a traditional dish called suodiu that uses stones cooked on a grill? These stones are seasoned with oil and spices to give them flavor, but they are not eaten. Instead, they are sucked on to enjoy the mixture of flavors before being discarded. This curious dish is considered a unique sensory experience for those looking for something different. Mark Sinclair Vincent is the real name of the actor known as Vin Diesel. From a young age, he was given the nickname Diesel because of his energy and strength, while Vin comes from his stepfather. Did you know that the extinct Media Museum, inaugurated in January 2023, houses an impressive collection of old cameras, video cameras, and mobile phones? This museum contains approximately 3,000 items and stands out for offering a unique sensory experience. Visitors can interact with the pieces, such as a Japanese lily camera from 1916, the oldest item in the collection. Beneath the Mendenhall Glacier lies a system of fluorescent blue ice tunnels, so clear they seem to be made of solid light. Here, these caves constantly change shape due to melting and ice movement. Walking inside feels like stepping into a living sapphire, but it also carries risks as they can collapse without warning. Imagine a desert, but white as chalk. The White Desert of Egypt is an area where wind has sculpted limestone into impossible shapes. Giant mushrooms, animals, and natural statues that look hand-carved. During the day, it resembles a snowy planet. At night, under moonlight, it turns silver blue, like a science fiction set. A man arrives at Tokyo Airport with a passport, documents, traveler's checks, and even immigration stamps, all issued by a country that does not exist, Taurid. He claimed his nation was located between Spain and France. When shown a map, he pointed to Andorra, but said that Taurid had been there for 1,000 years. Well, he was taken to a hotel under surveillance while authorities investigated, but the next day he vanished from the locked room without a trace. Not even his documents were ever found again. The most viral, mysterious, and unsettling case of the last decade. Elisa Lam was seen in security footage inside the elevator of the Cecil Hotel, acting erratically, as if talking to someone who was not there. Then she disappeared. Her body was found days later in a rooftop water tank, locked and difficult to access. There were no signs of violence. No one saw anything. The video was not altered, and to this day, no one knows how she got there or what happened in that elevator. After losing his sight to cancer at the age of 3, Ben Underwood developed the ability of human echolocation, like bats. He made clicking sounds with his tongue and listened to the echoes to detect objects, distances, and shapes. He rode a bike, played basketball, and even read embossed text without a cane or guide dog, using only his hearing. He literally saw with sound, an ability science still does not fully understand. He suffers from or possesses a condition called hyperthymesia, which means he remembers absolutely every day of his life with surgical detail. If you ask him what he did on a Wednesday in 1997, he will tell you what he was wearing, the weather, what he ate, and even what he was thinking. Imagine remembering absolutely everything, even what you want to forget. This fish has electric organs that generate up to 220 volts. It uses these discharges to stun prey, defend itself, and navigate in murky waters. But the wildest part is that it can control that discharge with surgical precision. It is like carrying a biological stun gun with an on-off switch. This Central American lizard runs so fast, up to 12 kilometers per hour, that its feet do not sink immediately, allowing it to walk across rivers and puddles for several meters. The trick? It has special scales on its feet and uses its tail to maintain balance, like a ninja tightrope walker. Did you know that celery is considered a negative calorie food? With only 16 calories per 100 grams, this vegetable is extremely low in calories. What is surprising is that the body burns around 14 calories just to digest it, meaning that almost 90% of the energy it provides is lost during digestion. The three-toed sloth takes the art of calm to another level. This curious mammal can sleep up to 22 hours a day, making it one of the ultimate champions of rest in the animal kingdom. Its pace is so slow that it only comes down from trees once a week, exclusively to relieve itself. Its slowness, however, is not a flaw, but an evolutionary strategy. Moving slowly helps it go unnoticed by predators. In the middle of the arid desert of northwestern China lies a hidden gem that looks like something out of a fairy tale, the Dunhuang Oasis. There, the dunes sing with the wind and a mysterious crescent-shaped lake shines among the sands. In ancient times, Dunhuang was the only gateway in and out of China, playing a key role in the Silk Road. Today, it is the largest tourist center in the region, attracting adventurers and curious travelers alike. This lake in West Africa, called Lake Retba, has a bright bubblegum pink color, even more intense than Australia's Lake Hillier. Its color comes from a bacterium that produces red pigments in extremely salty water, especially under strong sunlight. What is incredible is that people work inside it, extracting salt while floating in this pink liquid like it is an alien jacuzzi. At the top of Mount Kelimutu are 3 lakes that periodically change color, ranging from emerald green to black, red, or turquoise. The wildest part is that each lake has a different color, and none of them are connected, even though they are only meters apart. Scientists still do not fully understand the mechanism, but it is believed to be due to differences in chemical composition and underground volcanic activity. In 1513, the Ottoman admiral Piri Reis drew a map with inexplicable accuracy for its time. It includes parts of South America with exact coastal details, Atlantic islands that had not yet been discovered, and even a section of Antarctica without ice. Scientists confirmed that Antarctica did have that shape thousands of years ago. But how did a 16th century Ottoman sailor know this? In 1930, a hunter named Joe Labelle arrived at the remote Inuit village of Anjakuni and found no one, literally no one. The entire village had vanished. No bodies, no signs of struggle, no evidence of evacuation. Food was left prepared, weapons hung in place, and the sled dogs were found starved to death, still tied to their posts. Imagine looking at the sky and seeing an Independence Day-style mothership hovering among the mountains. But no, it is a cloud. Lenticular clouds have a perfect disc shape, remain motionless, shine brightly, and look exactly like classic flying saucers. What is unsettling is that many historical UFO sightings coincided with the presence of these clouds, but not all of them. At the confluence of the Catatumbo River and Lake Maracaibo, something unique in the world occurs. A storm that never stops. Literally, lightning every night, around 260 nights a year, with more than 280 lightning strikes per hour. Scientists have proposed theories involving thermal differences and extreme atmospheric conditions, but no meteorological model fully explains why the phenomenon repeats with such precision only there. This small beetle can shoot a boiling, toxic jet of liquid from its rear, reaching temperatures of up to 100 degrees Celsius with surgical precision. It uses a mixture of hydrogen peroxide and quinones that react violently upon contact. This defense is so effective that it repels spiders, frogs, and even birds. Imagine defending yourself with a built-in biological flamethrower. This is the hairy frog, the one that breaks its bones to form claws. This African frog has such a savage defense mechanism that it feels like something out of a horror movie. It breaks its own bones to push sharp fragments through its skin, forming temporary bone claws. Once the danger passes, the bones retract and heal. Look at the bush viper, the snake that looks like a dragon and camouflages itself as a leaf. This African snake has sharp, protruding scales that look like feathers, giving it a completely unreal appearance, as if pulled straight from Game of Thrones. Even crazier, it can mimic the texture of dry branches or living moss thanks to its irregular scales, achieving near invisibility. Did you know that the bee hummingbird, native to Cuba, is the smallest bird in the world? It measures only about 5.5 centimeters in length and weighs less than a 10-cent coin. Despite its tiny size, this incredible hummingbird feeds on nectar from more than 1,500 flowers per day. Its wings beat up to 80 times per second, producing its characteristic hum. In Japan, the tea ceremony, known as chanoyu or chado, is a deeply rooted cultural tradition. This practice consists of preparing and serving matcha, a powdered green tea. The tea is made by mixing the powder with hot water and whisking it in a special bowl called a chawan. Attention to detail and precision are essential in this ritual, which focuses on harmony and respect throughout the entire process. Florida is the state with the highest number of tornadoes per square mile in the United States due to its warm and humid climate. Although these tornadoes are usually small and short-lived, they can still cause significant damage. Their frequency is due to the climatic conditions that favor their formation in the region. Did you know that in Australia, Burger King is called Hungry Jack's? When the chain wanted to expand there, the name Burger King was already registered by another company. So the franchisee Jack Cowan chose the name Hungry Jack's, and it has remained that way ever since. Despite the name change, the products are the same, including the Whopper with some adaptations to Australian tastes. The black mamba is the fastest snake in the world, reaching speeds of up to 20 kilometers per hour. Its venom contains fast-acting neurotoxins that paralyze the nervous system. With each bite, it delivers enough venom to kill 10 people. It also strikes multiple times in succession to ensure lethality, making it one of the most dangerous and feared snakes in Africa. The Volvo P1800, owned by Irv Gordon, achieved an impressive Guinness World Record. This New Yorker drove his car more than 4.8 million kilometers. Its durability turned it into an automotive icon. Gordon meticulously cared for it for decades. It is the vehicle with the highest mileage ever recorded by a single owner. In the calm waters of rivers and lakes in Southeast Asia lives a singular predator, the snakehead fish. This voracious hunter has a unique ability that defies expectations in the aquatic world. It can breathe air. Thanks to a special organ adapted to absorb oxygen outside water, this fish can survive up to 4 days out of its natural habitat. In 1954, Flight 513 of Santiago Airlines departed from Germany, bound for Brazil, and disappeared without explanation. Decades later, in 1992, a story emerged that was as disturbing as it was fascinating. The same plane allegedly reappeared in Brazilian territory, landing with no visible crew. According to some versions, the skeletons of all passengers and crew were found inside, seated as if nothing had happened. Roger Babson, an economist and founder of Babson College, was considered an eccentric figure. In 1927, 2 years before the Wall Street crash, he wrote, "A crash is coming, a financial storm that will wipe out the fortunes of thousands." At the time, the market was booming and his warning was mocked. But on October 24, 1929, Black Thursday arrived. The market collapsed, millions were ruined, and the Great Depression began. 14 years before the sinking of the Titanic, author Morgan Robertson published the novel Futility, or The Wreck of the Titan. The story described a massive ocean liner, considered unsinkable, called the Titan, which struck an iceberg in the North Atlantic and sank, causing thousands of deaths due to a lack of lifeboats. This animal is not a real vampire, but its name is not random. It lives in the darkest depths of the ocean, where pressure is extreme and light simply does not exist. Its skin is black and red, and it has a membrane between its tentacles that, when spread, looks like a vampire's cape. The spider monkey is known for its ability to leap distances of up to 9 meters, when it also has an astonishing capacity to survive falls from great heights, up to 15 meters, without suffering serious injuries. Its physical structure plays a crucial role in this ability, as its long, slender limbs act as shock absorbers during impact. Did you know that there are airlines dedicated exclusively to animals? These airlines, known as pet airlines, are designed to provide comfort and safety for pets during travel. One of the best known is Pet Airways, founded in Delray Beach, Florida. They offer climate-controlled cabins and spaces adapted for animals so they can travel more calmly and comfortably. In the region of Cappadocia, Turkey, lies Derinkuyu, an astonishing underground city that descends up to 85 meters below the surface. With more than 2,500 years of history, this impressive structure was used as a refuge by thousands of people during times of invasion. Its ingenious design and defensive capacity make it a true marvel of ancient engineering. On the banks of the Hudson River, one of the founding fathers of the United States, Alexander Hamilton, lost his life after being shot by Aaron Burr. Although Burr was acquitted, his political career was destroyed. This tragic duel reflects the consequences of rivalry taken to the extreme and marks a dark episode in U.S. history. An accidental explosion in an underground coal mine in 1962 ignited a fire that was never extinguished. Since then, Centralia has been burning beneath the ground for more than 60 years. The soil emits gases, cracks open, and there are areas where asphalt melts. Most residents were evacuated, but a few refused to leave. Today, it is almost a ghost town, with hell burning just below. It has no wings, no engine, no aerodynamic scales, yet it flies. The flying snake of Southeast Asia can glide from tree to tree thanks to a surprising trick. It flattens its body into the shape of a living wing and jumps. It does not simply fall. It launches itself, twists, glides, and travels up to 10 meters. It uses its body like a natural hang glider, controlling its flight with undulating movements. And its smell does not help either. Its internal fermentation makes it stink so badly that many call it the stink bird. This freshwater slug has a transportation system as peculiar as it is smelly. Instead of swimming like a normal fish, it fills itself with gas and releases it to propel itself like a silent rocket. Yes, it literally farts to float and move. These gases are produced when it digests algae and are stored in its stomach until it needs a boost. Zero glamour, maximum efficiency. The Vatican is home to the smallest and most singular financial institution on the planet. Officially known as the Institute for the Works of Religion, it is also referred to as the Vatican Bank. Unlike major international banks, its operations are strictly tied to the economic and administrative activities of the Holy See. In 1986, the explosion of Reactor 4 turned Pripyat into a nuclear hell. Thousands were evacuated, but decades later, some people known as the self-resettlers decided to return. They live among abandoned structures, radioactive fields, and mutated animals. Although many say that nature is recovering, radiation levels are still dangerous. In the middle of World War II, Hollywood actress Hedy Lamarr, yes, an actress designed together with composer George Antheil a system to prevent the Nazis from intercepting torpedoes. They used the idea of randomly hopping between frequencies, something nobody understood in the 1940s. Decades later, that same technology became the foundation for Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and GPS. In 1964, Douglas Engelbart presented the first computer mouse, a square wooden box with two internal wheels. It had no modern buttons, it was not even called a mouse yet, and its cursor was not a visible arrow. It was so unintuitive that no one understood what it was for until 20 years later, when Apple redesigned it and made it mainstream. Did you know that the term checkmate in chess comes from a 14th century Arabic phrase, Shah matat, which means the king is helpless? This expression reflects the situation in which the king has no available moves to escape. Chess originated in India and reached Europe through the Arab world, leaving a deep influence on both the language and the rules of the game. Male lions that have been castrated do not develop a mane due to the absence of testosterone, the hormone responsible for the growth of this distinctive feature. This phenomenon is commonly observed in zoos or wildlife reserves, where some individuals are castrated for medical or animal management reasons. Novi Okerville is a gigantic residential complex located in Kudrovo, near St. Petersburg, Russia, that opened in 2015. This massive building can house between 18,000 and 20,000 people, distributed across 3,708 apartments spread over 25 floors with 35 separate entrances. Its scale and population density make it a clear example of extreme vertical urbanism. A tiger's stripes work like a personal fingerprint, since each individual has a unique pattern that is never repeated. What is even more surprising is that these markings are not only on the fur, but also on the skin, meaning they would remain visible even if the animal lost its hair. Ivan Sutherland, a digital artist and pioneer of computer graphics, built a headset that projected three-dimensional images directly in front of the eyes. It was called the Sword of Damocles because it hung from the ceiling and looked like medieval torture. Its goal was simple and revolutionary: to visualize spaces that did not exist. Before Google, there was Archie, created in 1990 by Alan Mtage, a university student in Canada. His problem was that he could not easily find academic papers online. His solution was to write a program that searched files across all servers connected to the network. That is how the first search engine was born. The creator, Susan Stockwell, designed a world map using recycled materials from electronic devices. For her artwork, she used elements like motherboard panels, hard drives, and other components from old computers. This piece combines art, technology, and environmental awareness in a striking visual representation. In the German town of Zielbach, there are unique houses built between the treetops. These elevated structures, located 4.5 meters above the ground, offer a different lodging experience. Each house has 2 rooms, a fully equipped kitchen, a private bathroom, and wireless connection access. Mohammed Rashid achieved an impressive feat by breaking 315 walnuts in just 60 seconds using only his elbow. When this display of strength and coordination earned him an unusual record. His ability to perform quick and precise movements distinguishes him for his exceptional skill. The pineapple's skin has remarkable tolerance to high temperatures, being able to withstand up to 1,000 degrees Celsius. Thanks to the structure of its natural fibers, it acts as an excellent thermal insulator. This feature makes it a resource with potential for the development of fire-resistant materials. Matt Bush is an athlete specializing in extreme sports who decided to dedicate himself to free solo climbing. This discipline involves climbing vertical cliffs without using any safety equipment or harness. His challenge consists of facing heights with only his skills and physical strength. Along the Icelandic coastline, there is a rock formation known as the Elephant Rock. This unique structure has been shaped over centuries by the constant force of waves and gusts of wind. Over time, it has become a representative symbol of the region's natural landscape. Singapore Airlines offers its passengers the possibility of traveling in individual suites, equipped with sliding doors for more privacy. These exclusive air rooms feature double beds, private bathrooms, and personalized luxury service. This level of comfort and service translates into a considerably high cost. When giraffes want to hydrate, they have to separate their front legs or bend their leg joints to reach the ground with their long neck. However, most of the liquid they need comes directly from the leaves they consume. Can you imagine Tom and Jerry ending their lives? Beyond the unusual, this actually happened. In the final episode of Blue Cat Blues, Tom loses his love and falls into depression. Jerry tries to cheer him up, but in the end, both appear sitting on the train tracks, arm in arm, waiting for the impact. The scene ends with the sound of an approaching train and a fade to black. It might sound surprising, but the British model Elizabeth Hode, age 49, married her dog Logan, a 6-year-old golden retriever, after 4 failed engagements and 220 unsuccessful dates. The ceremony was held on the British show This Morning, where Hode paraded in her wedding dress while her loyal dog waited for her at the altar. Let me introduce you to Natalie Sidesurf, a pastry chef and artist known for her YouTube channel, Sidesurf Cake Studio. She stands out for designing cakes so realistic they perfectly imitate objects, people, and animals. Her talent combines baking with sculpture, creating works that amaze with their detail. Thanks to this, she has gained significant international popularity. Bashir Sultani, a Canadian artist of Afghan origin, transforms colored pencils into pieces of art that look like they came out of a visual puzzle. Instead of drawing with them, he arranges them with astonishing precision to form portraits and designs that amaze with their detail and originality. Guilherme Mampuia is an Angolan artist whose energy and optimism seem to infect every stroke he makes. His art doesn't settle for staying on gallery walls. What he does is take it to the world, transforming gray walls into explosions of color and turning common spaces into lively scenes. Yaron Moek, born in Australia in 1958, is a master of hyper-realistic sculptures that seem to come to life. Before shining in contemporary art, he worked in special effects for movies, which honed his incredible attention to detail. His works stand out for playing with scales, giant or tiny human figures that capture essential moments of life, from birth to old age. Isaiah Acosta is a true example of how the human spirit can break any barrier. He was born without a jaw and without airways, so he has never been able to speak or eat like others, and also lives with a rare condition called situs inversus, which causes his organs to be on the opposite side of his body. But that didn't stop him. He found his voice in rap, either writing lyrics that others interpret for him and sharing messages so powerful that even the BBC nominated him as a source of inspiration. In the Indian city of Mangaluru, Ganapati Bot revolutionized the way betel nuts are harvested with an invention as clever as it is fast: a palm tree climbing scooter. This curious device, made with an engine, wheels, and a simple seat, allows him to climb 20 meters in just 5 seconds. Bat, a farmer by trade and a creator by nature, designed this machine to ease his daily work, and now many farmers dream of having one too. Pluribot looks like it's from a science fiction movie, but in reality it's a robotic salamander created by scientists to study movement. Its flexible structure mimics real bones and joints, allowing it to slide on land and swim naturally. From Idaho, Elias Herrera became a sensation on TikTok with his most unlikely companion, a cow named Bruce. What's curious is that Bruce doesn't live in a barn, but as part of the family. He appears in videos cooking, exploring the house, and even interacting as if he were a curious dog. With over 100 million views, this unusual friendship proves that affection doesn't understand species or size. And speaking of shadows that tell stories, we can't forget about Kuranushi. This young Japanese artist turns simple pieces of cardboard into sculptures that, with the right light, project hidden images, faces, landscapes, and scenes that are only revealed when illuminated from the right angle. The mega-mouth shark is an exceptionally rare creature in the oceans. Since it was first identified in 1976, only about 60 individuals have been documented. Its presence is so uncommon that it remains a mystery to marine scientists. This species is distinguished by its enormous mouth and little-known habits. In New Zealand territory, there is an elevation with the longest name ever recorded worldwide. This name pays tribute to an ancient Maori warrior who, according to legend, played a melody on his flute in honor of his deceased brother. Julius Yego, a renowned javelin thrower from Kenya, became an unconventional success story. Due to the lack of specialized coaches in his country, he turned to YouTube as his main source of learning. By studying recordings of professional athletes, he perfected his technique and became a silver medalist in the 2016 Rio Olympics. At Benito Villamarin Stadium, thousands of stuffed toys flew from the stands in an emotional show of solidarity. During the match against SD Eibar on match day 17 of the 2018/2019 season, Real Betis fans threw toys onto the field. The shower of stuffed animals turned the grass into a sea of colors, all to brighten Christmas for underprivileged children. Let me introduce you to Minh Mao, a talented Vietnamese artist specializing in papercraft, the art of creating three-dimensional figures using only paper. On his website, he offers templates so others can recreate his impressive models, which include characters from anime, video games, and pop culture. What sets his designs apart is his creativity and attention to detail. He also shares some models for free, making this fascinating art accessible to all. The Korowai tribe from Papua lives in houses built high up in the jungle trees. These homes, made from natural materials like wood, bamboo, and bark, can accommodate up to 15 people. To access them, the inhabitants use a very peculiar ladder, a serrated log. This unique lifestyle demonstrates the tribe's incredible adaptation to their natural surroundings. Discover the shark statue at Lake Neuchâtel, Switzerland, a curious piece of modern art. It simulates a shark emerging from the water, made from shiny metals that play with the light. Its presence surprises and invites reflection with its provocative design. The sculpture represents the bond between humanity, nature, and the unpredictable. The humanoid robot Tiangong caught attention by completing a half marathon in Beijing in 2024. He's standing at just 1.63 meters tall and weighing 95 pounds. It covered the 21 kilometers in under 3 hours. It maintained a steady pace of 5:18 per mile, surprising everyone present. This breakthrough was achieved by the Artificial Intelligence Robotics Innovation Center. In 2017, Evandro Portela left everyone speechless by reaching 125 miles per hour on a bicycle on an urban road near Curitiba, Brazil. To achieve this mind-blowing speed, he took advantage of the draft from a Subaru WRX, equipped with a special polycarbonate cover that reduced wind resistance. His bicycle, of course, was no ordinary bike. It had a 105-tooth chain ring and ceramic bearings that optimized every pedal stroke, making this feat a memorable world record. Thousands of miles away, on the bustling streets of Malacca, Malaysia, a refreshing drink steals the spotlight and the taste buds. Watermelon juice served in its own rind. This healthy and eye-catching option not only delights with its natural sweetness, but also with its eco-friendly presentation. They prepare it on the spot, straight from the fruit, reselling it for about $3 at tourist spots like Yonker Street. The result? A tropical burst of freshness with an Instagram-worthy aesthetic. Victoria Lee from China takes realism in tattoos to another level. Since 2014, she has perfected the ability to capture light, shadows, and even the smallest detail in portraits and compositions that seem like photographs. The owner of Victorian Gallery, she has gained international recognition for blurring the fine line between art and reality, leaving a profound mark on the tattoo world with her meticulous and passionate work. Speaking of young talent, Victory Brinker is a girl who was literally born to shine on stage. At just 7 years old, she was already a professional opera singer with a Guinness World Record to her name. Her voice, capable of singing arias in several languages, left the judges of America's Got Talent speechless, who didn't hesitate to give her the first ever group Golden Buzzer in the show's history. Since then, Victory has continued to dazzle the world, proving that art, just like talent, has no age. This relative of the seahorse, known as the leafy sea dragon, has a collection of appendages shaped like leaves that perfectly camouflage it among the seaweed. Its appearance is so spectacular that it seems designed by a fantasy artist. It floats elegantly while its leaves move, as if the water itself were weaving them. In Colombia, there is an apartment that faithfully recreates the iconic house from The Simpsons, and it is available for rent through Airbnb. This themed home has gained so much fame that booking a stay there is difficult due to the high demand. Fans of the show enjoy the opportunity to live a unique experience by staying there. Bartosz Ostalowski, a Polish driver who lost both arms, learned to drive using his feet. Not only did he manage to get behind the wheel again, but he also became an expert driver, demonstrating an incredible story of personal triumph. Thanks to his perseverance and effort, he overcame obstacles that seemed impossible. Sergei Kadanis presents in his creations a portrait that transforms depending on the perspective from which it is viewed. The piece reflects temporal evolution through small changes in facial expression. Each angle reveals a new facet, as if the face were telling a story in constant motion. Meet Mudung, a little pygmy hippo born in 2024 who captured the hearts of millions after going viral for its peculiar yet adorable appearance. Although it now looks like a character from a cartoon, in a few years it will weigh 600 to 6 pounds. This little-known species lives in remote corners of West Africa and faces an uncertain future. In the wild, fewer than 2,000 individuals survive. In the South China Sea lies the Dragon Hole, a blue hole more than 300 meters deep, considered the deepest in the world. What's strange is not only its size, but also that several expeditions have failed to reach the bottom. Do you know the Haenyeo? On Jeju Island, in the Republic of Korea, there is a community of extraordinary women who challenge the ocean every day. These are the Haenyeo, divers who, without oxygen masks, might dive up to 10 meters deep to collect seafood like abalones and sea urchins. Can you imagine holding your breath for several minutes while exploring the depths of the ocean? The Haenyeo do it every day. In Japan, there is a television contest where participants try to climb an incredibly slippery staircase to reach an envelope at the top. It seems easy, but each step is chaos, epic falls, unexpected slips, and guaranteed laughter. Contestants cling on as best they can while the audience enjoys their hilarious struggles. Some manage to reach the top, but most end up sliding back down. The Weeped Sonic Expander is not just any electric motorcycle, it is a true bullet on wheels. With a speed of up to 87 miles per hour, this futuristic beast combines power and style in a single vehicle. Its aerodynamic design and advanced technology make it one of the fastest electric motorcycles in the world. Cuban Eric Hernandez took the art of ball control to another level. With extraordinary stamina, he kept the ball in the air for over 12 hours without it touching the ground, securing a place in the Guinness World Records. While others tire after minutes, he turned his skill into an almost superhuman feat. Imagine holding the ball up for that long without letting it drop. Have you heard of the White Turf in St. Moritz, Switzerland? It is a spectacular horse race held on an ice-covered lake every February. For 3 Sundays, riders and thoroughbreds from all over Europe compete before more than 30,000 spectators in an event that combines sport, art, and luxury in a dreamlike winter landscape. Meet Eliseo Ramos, a man who turned a cave into his home on the Cerro de la Silla of Mexico. After losing his house over 25 years ago, he decided to build a new space in the rocks, adapting the cave with a bathroom, dining room, and even a living room. Today, Eliseo lives there, showing that with creativity, you can make a home anywhere. Camels have an incredible ability to eat thorny plants without harm, thanks to a special layer in their mouths. This adaptation allows them to survive in deserts where food is scarce. Their tough palate, located at the top of the mouth, helps protect them from thorns while chewing. This way, the cactus thorns pass through their throat without causing any harm. In Moscow, the Twin Stars restaurant is so unique that its entire staff is made up exclusively of twins. And this one-of-a-kind concept creates a memorable experience for diners, who can interact with staff members that share a special connection. Did you know that in Afghanistan, there is an ancient trick to keep grapes fresh for up to 6 months? It's called kangina, and it is a true traditional wonder. The grapes are stored in clay and straw jars, well sealed, and hidden in basements or underground. Thus, without refrigerators or chemicals, the fruit remains juicy and delicious throughout the winter and spring. Amar Bharati, a man from India, decided in 1973 to raise his right arm as a deep sign of devotion to the god Shiva, and since then, he has never lowered it. This incredible act of faith and sacrifice turned him into a living symbol of renunciation and spirituality, to the point where his arm became immobilized, and reflecting an austerity that astonishes and inspires those who know his story. Deep in the northern forests, a creature sometimes appears that seems to be straight out of a legend, the fire fox. This variant of the red fox has intensely orange fur and a hypnotic gaze, the result of a genetic alteration that affects melanin. It is estimated that less than 1% of red foxes belong to this incredible category, and they have been spotted in places like Canada, Norway, and Japan. Located in the Danakil Desert, Dalol has temperatures reaching 122 degrees Fahrenheit for much of the year. But what's even more extreme is its geothermal activity. Boiling sulfuric acid springs, multicolored salt lagoons, and toxic gases in the air. Rambo, an orangutan resident in Dubai, has left everyone in awe by mastering the driving of a golf cart. But he moves with great skill and caution around the zoo's facilities, captivating those who watch him. This intelligent primate shows an uncommon ability, proving that his learning goes beyond expectations. His calm and safe handling has garnered great admiration from visitors who enjoy watching his talent behind the wheel. In New York, a restaurant called Industry Kitchen has earned a place in the Guinness World Records for its most extravagant culinary creation, the world's most expensive pizza. Priced at $2,700, this exclusive pizza must be reserved at least 2 days in advance. Its recipe includes luxurious ingredients like 24-karat pure gold leaves, intense blue cheese, and French truffles. During her teenage years, actress Margot Robbie took her admiration for Harry Potter to an insane level. Her fanatical love for the series led her to fake vision problems just to wear glasses similar to those of the famous wizard. Her goal was to look more like her literary idol, even adopting the characteristic round glasses style. Japan leads the world in the number of vending machines, with more than 5.5 million spread across the country. This means there is approximately one vending machine for every 23 inhabitants, making it easy to quickly access a variety of products. China holds the second place with more than 300,000 units. Former Finnish President Sauli Niinisto, who ended his term in 2024, lived a dramatic experience during the 2004 tsunami in Thailand. In this natural disaster, he and his son managed to save themselves by clinging to a utility pole, resisting the force of the water. This brave and fortunate act allowed them to survive one of the most devastating catastrophes in recent history, marking an unforgettable personal moment for Niinisto. The fish known as anglerfish, which dwell in the dark depths of the sea, use a luminous appendage as a lure to attract their prey. A notable feature of these creatures is the massive size difference between the sexes. Females are significantly larger than males. Because of this, the male attaches parasitically to the female, fusing with her to ensure reproduction. Let me introduce you to Jonathan, a giant tortoise who has defied the passage of time like no other land animal. Born in 1832 in the Seychelles Islands, Jonathan has not only lived for more than 190 years, but he also holds the record as the longest living terrestrial being on the planet. He currently resides on St. Helena Island, where he is a local celebrity and a symbol of extraordinary longevity. North Korea operates an airline called Air Koryo, which has a total of 6 aircraft in service. For a long time, this airline was considered the worst rated worldwide by Skytrax, receiving only 1 star out of 5. However, today its rating has changed, and it now holds no official rating. In 2007, a Japanese submarine captured on video a colossal squid more than 33 feet long that displayed previously unrecorded behaviors, such as aggressively approaching the sub and surrounding it with its tentacles. What's unsettling is not just its size, but its intelligence and territorial attitude. In Papua New Guinea, the Huli wigmen take hairstyling to another level. Their iconic wigmen are wigs made from their own hair, carefully grown and shaped to reach perfection. These aren't just accessories, but symbols of status and tradition, adorned with paradise bird feathers for important ceremonies. The Conrad Rangali in the Maldives holds the title of the largest underwater hotel in the world. This luxurious paradise features the planet's first underwater suite and an underwater restaurant where you can dine while observing marine life. Built with an investment of $15 million, the hotel offers a unique experience, sleeping 16 feet below sea level. Of course, this luxury comes at a price, with stays starting at $50,000 per night. In ancient times, purple dye was one of the most expensive and exclusive goods. It was obtained from the marine mollusk Bulinus brandaris, known for its ability to produce a purple secretion that was used to dye fabrics. The production process was so laborious and rare that only the most powerful could afford it, which is why it was called royal purple. In fact, when the dye became a symbol of wealth and status, reserved only for royalty and high-ranking dignitaries. Due to its high cost, gold was sometimes used to obtain this hue. In the art world, Martin Lagares stands out for his mastery of clay, as if he were shaping emotions with his hands. His sculptures are not just figures, but frozen stories in clay. Bodies in motion, gestures full of intent, and details that seem to whisper thoughts. Each piece is a silent testament to the human condition, molded with a sensitivity rarely seen. In the world of anime, Thomas Romain combines childlike fantasy with his professional talent. This Franco-Japanese animator transforms his children's drawings into stylized and detailed anime characters, taking childhood innocence and creativity to another level. His creations have sparked a viral phenomenon on social media, where thousands admire how he turns simple sketches into true animated works of art. This carnivorous marsupial from Australia, known as the Tasmanian tiger, had the body of a dog, tiger stripes, and a pouch like a kangaroo. Officially extinct since 1936, recent years have seen reports and videos of supposed sightings in remote areas of Tasmania. Whether it still exists or not remains a mystery, but its strange combination of features continues to fascinate the world. This prehistoric-looking shark lives at great depths. It has a long, sword-like snout, but what truly makes it famous is its extendable jaw. It can project it outward like a spring to catch its prey. When it attacks, its face literally transforms into a monster from a science fiction movie. Perched on a steep rocky formation overlooking the Tyrrhenian Sea is an ancient church known as Santa Maria dell'Isola in Tropea, Italy. This centuries-old sanctuary stands out not only for its religious legacy, but also for its commanding position in an incredibly beautiful natural setting. These caterpillars attract a lot of attention. Native to South Africa, the Cape Lappet caterpillars have bodies covered with long, bright orange hairs that make them look like creatures from another world. Their strange appearance not only scares potential predators, but also fascinates those who see them. They are a true natural phenomenon that is hard to miss. Not far from Punta Mita in Mexico, there is a beach known as Playa del Amor, which can only be accessed by swimming through a natural underwater landscape about 492 feet long. And to reach this hideaway, one must swim through this tunnel that connects to the open sea, offering a unique and exclusive experience. The Wunderpus photogenicus, an octopus discovered in the waters of the Philippines, is a nocturnal creature. It usually displays subtle tones on its skin, but when it senses danger, its body transforms, displaying vibrant red and orange colors. In Ropoto, Greece, there is a church that leans noticeably with a 17-degree angle, which can cause dizziness and discomfort for visitors. In 2012, a landslide devastated much of the town, leaving many structures abandoned. Pink parrots really do exist in nature. A notable example is the Burke's parrot, which sports a soft plumage in pastel colors, combining pinks and lavenders that make it visually stunning. These birds are a true spectacle for wildlife lovers, standing out for their delicate beauty. In the town of Mullumbimby, Australia, there is an enormous amethyst geode that originated in what is now Uruguay millions of years ago. This impressive crystalline formation was transported there by the family of Narin King, who decided to mortgage their house to buy it. During winter, alligators survive by remaining still beneath the water's surface, leaving only their snouts exposed above the ice to breathe. This strategy allows them to conserve energy by reducing their metabolic activity while they wait for the temperatures to rise. In this way, they withstand extreme cold without needing to move much. The longest concrete bridge in the world is the Danyang-Kunshan, located in China. It was opened to the public more than 13 years ago and facilitates a quick link between two major Chinese cities. The construction of this monumental structure took just over 3 years to complete. Yes, in the Middle Ages, animals could be arrested, tried, and executed just like humans. There are cases where pigs were hanged for murder, chickens were burned alive for witchcraft, and even a group of rats was summoned to court for ruining crops. Had a legal dispute and couldn't prove your innocence? Easy, you fought to the death against your accuser. This is how judicial duels worked, where it was believed that God would protect the innocent. And it didn't matter if you were noble or peasant. If you had no evidence, you risked it in the arena with swords, clubs, or even shovels. In some cases, women could fight, but with different rules. Lois Gibson is a true hero of both art and justice. With her talent for drawing, she has helped capture more than 1,300 criminals, all based on the victims' accounts. Her precision is so remarkable that she has earned a place in the Guinness World Records as the most successful forensic artist in the world. She works for the Houston Police, where her pencil has become a powerful weapon against crime. In some regions of the U.S., coyotes and badgers form a surprising hunting team. While the coyote chases ground squirrels on the surface, the badger digs beneath to block their escape. This incredible collaboration increases their chances of success, although they don't always share the food. Imagine a car that not only drives on the road, but also underwater. The Scuba, the first submarine car in the world, was created in 2008 by the Swiss company Rinspeed. Equipped with twin propellers and special motors, this vehicle floats on the water, but when a hatch is opened, it floods and turns into a true submarine. Who wouldn't want to drive on the road and then dive to explore the ocean floor? In Waiotapu, New Zealand, one of the most amazing natural wonders can be found: the Champagne Pool. This large boiling water pool is famous for its bubbling bubbles and its blue-green color, caused by the minerals present in its waters. The constantly boiling hot springs create an effervescent effect, similar to a glass of champagne. The British company Neobot has created a battery for electric cars that charges from 10% to 80% in just 4 minutes and 37 seconds. This impressive breakthrough was demonstrated live with a sports car on a test track in Bedford. The battery is part of a global effort to accelerate the charging of electric vehicles. The prototype, called Neobolt EV, offers a range of approximately 120 miles with just that quick charge. Do you know the Microlino? It is a compact electric car designed for 2 people. It charges in just 4 hours and can travel up to 143 miles on a single charge. Perfect for cities, its small size and ease of parking make it a practical option for urban environments. In London, there is a true gem of engineering and design: the Rolling Bridge. Created by architect Thomas Heatherwick, this pedestrian bridge is not ordinary, as it can roll up on itself like a giant bracelet to allow boats to pass. It consists of 8 triangular sections made of steel and wood that, when a hydraulic system is activated, transform into a fascinating octagonal shape. On the other side of the world, in some regions of Asia, there are very special artists demonstrating that creativity is not exclusive to humans. The painting elephants. Trained to hold brushes with their trunks, these giants show surprising intelligence and fine motor skills, allowing them to replicate simple patterns or recognizable images like trees and flowers. If you prefer an adventure in nature, the Treetop Skywalk in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, awaits you with a unique experience. This suspended lit bridge, 800 feet long, allows you to walk between the treetops at 59 feet above the ground, offering stunning views of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And in the world of film, unforeseen events can be as dramatic as the scenes themselves. During the filming of the movie Now You See Me, actress Isla Fisher experienced a moment of true danger when she got trapped in a water tank. A technical failure prevented her from escaping quickly, and the crew took time to realize it, thinking she was acting. Luckily, she managed to free herself using an emergency switch, turning that scene into a story of bravery and luck. In Sicily, the city of Gramacella captivates with its unique urban design, a perfect hexagon that emerged after an earthquake in 1693, where the streets unfold symmetrically from a central square, showing architectural harmony and urban ingenuity that combines Baroque elegance with surprisingly modern planning. In Germany, traditional glass decorations are authentic, handcrafted jewels that have adorned Christmas trees for generations. These pieces, blown and hand-painted with incredible detail, combine the elegance of glass with classic festive motifs like spheres, fruits, animal figures, or Christmas characters. At first glance, the green viper seems like just another branch of foliage, but it is a master of stealth. This slender and agile tree snake glides between the treetops of Latin America as if it were part of the landscape. Its deep green color and elongated body allow it to blend perfectly with vines and leaves. It is neither venomous nor aggressive, although its fixed gaze and stylized figure can be intimidating. However, its true role is that of a silent hunter, keeping frogs, lizards, and small birds in check, helping maintain the natural balance of the ecosystem. Imagine a robot dog patrolling like a guardian of the future. It's called the Thermonator, and it's not exactly a pet to cuddle. And this clever device can walk, run, and even detect motion and heat in areas with low visibility. But what's most striking is that it's armed with a flamethrower, making it a kind of sci-fi sentinel. Thanks to its cameras and sensors, it monitors complex environments in real time, transmitting data while moving with agility over rough terrain. Can you imagine what it takes to clean the Burj Khalifa, the tallest skyscraper in the world? This titanic task can take up to 3 months, and no wonder. This glass giant faces strong winds, scorching heat, and constant desert dust, which seem like an invisible enemy. The brave cleaners hang with specialized equipment to reach its 24,000 panels, many of them in almost impossible areas, in a job that demands patience, precision, and a lot of courage to keep it sparkling. When in the Chinese city of Hangzhou, there is a building known as Regent International, home to a community of over 10,000 people. Although it was originally conceived to function as a luxurious 6-star hotel, it has now been transformed into a residential complex. This skyscraper, reaching 673 feet in height, contains more than 5,000 homes. In the island territory of Madeira, Portugal, there is the spectacular waterfall known as Cascata dos Anjos. This natural wonder descends from the top of a cliff right over the roadway, following its path to merge with the ocean. For travelers, crossing this route is truly unique and surprising. In Etzatlan, Jalisco, there is the world's largest woven pavilion, recognized by the Guinness World Records. On this impressive handcrafted work covers an area of 30,460 square feet and was made by 200 local artisans using colorful raffia. The creation process required 24,744 hours of work and had a total weight of 1,818 pounds. The tiger snake possesses a surprising skill. It can glide through the air, floating from tree branches. To do this, it flattens its body and makes undulating movements that allow it to glide from one point to another. This behavior helps it escape from predators or search for food elsewhere. Although it doesn't fly in the strict sense, its ability to move through the air makes it an expert glider. For the past 3 decades, a state in the United States has held a peculiar contest that awards the ugliest dog in the world. In the 2023 edition, the title was given to Scooter, a 7-year-old Chinese crested. This dog stands out not only for its unique appearance, but also for a disability in its hind legs. One of the most memorable scenes from Birdman was captured completely improvisationally. In it, Michael Keaton walks in a bathrobe through Times Square, surrounded by real pedestrians who didn't know a movie was being filmed. The team resorted to this technique because they didn't have the budget to close streets or hire extras. The origin of the name of the Canary Islands is not related to songbirds, as many assume. It comes from the Latin Canariae Insulae, which means island of dogs. This name dates back to an ancient Roman expedition that reported the presence of large animals in the area. The iconic Porsche 911 almost had a very different name than what it's known by today. Originally, the model was to be called the Porsche 901, but an unexpected obstacle arose. The French brand Peugeot had registered the exclusive right to use 3-digit combinations with a 0 in the middle for their cars. Due to this legal restriction, Porsche had to quickly modify the name, and thus the 911 was born. Prepare to discover a place straight out of a science fiction story. Underground, in Chihuahua, Mexico, there is a natural chamber known as the Cave of the Crystals. There, true gypsum giants can be found. Mineral structures so enormous that some measure up to 36 feet long and weigh more than 120,000 pounds. Let me introduce you to Thimphu, the capital of Bhutan, a place where modernity has not completely displaced local customs. This city is the only capital in the world that does not use traffic lights on its streets. On one occasion, they were installed, but the community rejected them for being impersonal. In response, they decided to maintain the tradition of having traffic officers who, with elegant and precise gestures, regulate movement at intersections. Before being the 40th President of the United States, Ronald Reagan had a successful Hollywood career, acting in over 50 films between 1937 and 1964. In Knut Rockinen, All-American from 1940, he played an American football player and popularized the phrase, "Win one for the Gipper." In King's Row, a 1942 movie, he portrayed a young man facing the harshness of life in a small town before World War I. The Time Kettle headphones are revolutionizing the way we communicate regardless of language. Capable of translating up to 40 languages in real time, these headphones use advanced voice recognition technology for instant translation. They come equipped with built-in microphones that capture speech and translate it instantly, allowing for a smooth, barrier-free conversation. In Japan, robots are transforming the shopping experience by restocking products in supermarkets. These tireless workers ensure that the shelves are always full, no matter the time of day. Thanks to their efficiency, the dreaded empty spots on shelves are eliminated. In the 1950s, the U.S. government launched an investigation called Project Sunshine to study the effects of nuclear radiation, using cadavers. For years, body parts, especially from children, were stolen without family consent to be analyzed in secret laboratories. This theory was ridiculed until it was confirmed by official documents in 1994. And this toad was discovered in 2003, although it has been around for millions of years. It has a fat body, a small head, and a pointed snout. It spends almost its entire life underground and only comes out a few days a year to reproduce, just when the monsoons arrive. Its appearance is so strange that many initially thought it was a hoax. Pure design from deep India. Meet the vampire crab. This small crab has a shiny black body and yellow glowing eyes that look like two lit lanterns. It lives in damp caves and tropical forests, hidden among mist and dark streams. Despite its horror movie look, it is completely harmless and highly sought after by aquarium enthusiasts. Although honestly, it doesn't inspire much confidence when it stares at you. In certain historic buildings in Prague, the mythical Paternoster elevators are still in operation. These elevators have no doors and never stop. They rotate continuously in a cycle, so to use them, one must get on or off with precision while they are moving. Sable is a narrow Canadian island located in the Atlantic Ocean, famous for its isolation and population of wild horses. Although it has no roads, permanent buildings, or stable inhabitants, this strip of land is home to between 200 and 500 horses living freely. The renowned automotive brand Lamborghini, famous for its luxury sports cars, took its first steps in the world of agricultural machinery. Surprisingly, the company still produces tractors, remaining firm in that sector. One notable example is the Spire BRT model, which incorporates innovations like fuel-efficient engines, high-precision hydraulic systems, and GPS technology for advanced agricultural tasks. The waterphone, an instrument created in 1968 by British musician Richard Waters, is known for its terrifying sounds. Made of stainless steel, it produces high and low tones depending on where it's touched, making it a perfect tool for creating tense atmospheres. This percussion instrument is essential in many horror films, adding an eerie feeling. In Dallas, the world's largest ice sculpture can be found, when an impressive piece standing more than 30 feet tall. With its enormous size and detailed design, this sculpture has become a tourist magnet, capturing the attention of visitors from all over the globe. This adorable deep-sea inhabitant has two rounded fins on the sides of its head that look like ears, hence its name Dumbo octopus. It lives over 23,000 feet deep and, unlike its cousins, floats using its little ears to move gracefully through the absolute darkness. Despite living in one of the most extreme environments on Earth, it has a face that makes you want to adopt it as a pet. If you could, of course. Only a small percentage, around 8%, of global money circulates in tangible form, meaning bills and coins. The vast majority of capital is stored in digital formats, such as bank accounts, electronic platforms, and virtual currencies. The hens, which are female turkeys, have the ability to produce eggs that develop without the intervention of a male. This phenomenon, known as parthenogenesis, allows eggs to form and grow without fertilization, although this is not the common method of reproduction in these birds. Approximately 78% of New Zealand's territory remains uninhabited, according to population density data per square kilometer. In the whole country, which has a considerable size, only 5.2 million people live. Dolly Parton is not only a country music legend, but also a successful entrepreneur with her own theme park. Dollywood. Located in Tennessee, this park is a tribute to her life and career, combining the essence of country music with fun for the whole family. Imagine a future where electric highways, known as e-highways, become the ecological arteries for heavy transport. On these roads, hybrid trucks connect to aerial lines similar to those of trams, receiving electricity while moving and recharging their batteries with 73% efficiency. From the heights of New Guinea's mountains comes a bird straight out of a Gothic novel, the Dracula parrot, or Pesquet's parrot. Its striking black and red plumage, its featherless face, and that curved beak give it a unique and mysterious presence. About 18 inches in size and weighing around 1.5 pounds, this frugivorous species primarily feeds on figs, standing out for its appearance and unusual habits in the bird world. In India's train stations, there's a job that combines precision and risk, the train coupler. This person manually connects train carriages with special couplings, a task that requires absolute coordination and following strict protocols to avoid accidents. It's a dangerous job, but essential for trains to run safely and efficiently, showcasing a little-known yet vital aspect of railway transportation. From Japan comes an ancient technique that turns destruction into protection, shusugi-ban. This tradition involves carefully burning the surface of wood so that, paradoxically, it becomes more resistant. The charred layer protects it from insects, moisture, and the passage of time, while also giving it a spectacular finish somewhere between deep black and mysterious grays. Finally, the story of Ethel Granger, a British woman who became a legend for having the smallest waist in the world. Born in 1905, she wore extremely tight corsets from a young age, all leading to an astounding record, a 13-inch waist at its narrowest point. Her dedication to this body modification was so intense that she maintained the practice throughout much of her life, leaving an indelible mark on the history of extreme human body shapes. The batfish has bright red lips that look as if they've been painted with lipstick. It lives in the Galapagos Islands, and as if its look wasn't ridiculous enough, it doesn't swim well either. It walks along the ocean floor using its fins as legs. It hunts small prey while strolling as if it's strutting down the ocean floor, all dolled up. An Asian brand has dethroned one of the global giants of fast food. Mixu Ice Cream and Tea, a Chinese company specializing in ice cream and tea, reached an impressive 46,000 points of sale in 2025. This expansion placed it above McDonald's, which came in second with around 43,000 locations. Near Yonaguni Island in Japan, divers discovered a massive underwater structure with geometric shapes, straight columns, stairs, platforms, and corridors that seem to be made by humans. Some believe it is the Japanese Atlantis, a lost city destroyed by an earthquake more than 10,000 years ago. Others think it is a strangely perfect natural formation, the Philadelphia experiment, which, according to dozens of witnesses, took place in 1943. The U.S. Navy supposedly tried to make the USS Eldridge invisible to radar, but according to reports, the ship not only disappeared from the radar, but it literally vanished for a few seconds. When it reappeared, some crew members were fused with the ship's metal walls, others lost their sanity, and some were never seen again. In 1487, a Malleus Maleficarum was published, a book that served as the official guide to hunting witches, and its content was as ridiculous as it was terrifying. It claimed that if a woman did not cry during her trial, she was guilty. If she had moles, they were marks of the devil, If she dreamt of flying, she was a witch. It even stated that witches stole penises and kept them in magical boxes as pets. In Bangkok, Watanapanak restaurant's Noya tuna soup has been cooking for over 45 years without stopping. Every day, fresh meat, entrails, and spices are added, but part of the original broth is always kept, creating a deep and unique flavor. It's like an eternal stew that improves with the years, almost like a living culinary relic. The dengue detector, called Bzigo, uses computer vision to detect mosquitoes in real time and marks them with a red laser as if they were targets in a video game. This allows you to locate them before they bite, a futuristic ally against bites and diseases like dengue. Procter & Gamble created a prototype as curious as it is useful, a robot called Rollbot, which upon receiving a signal from an app, brings toilet paper directly to the bathroom. It works with Bluetooth and wheels, like a mini urgent delivery rescuer, the hero we all need when we're most vulnerable. The asperatus clouds, discovered officially in 2009, look like giant waves rolling in the sky, as if a furious ocean was floating above our heads. They're so unusual that they're still being studied, and it's not yet known for sure how they form. And the bee-stung dogs have gone viral for their swollen snouts after failed encounters with bees, looking like living cartoons. Although it is usually harmless, they should be monitored for allergies. That face of, "I'll never smell flowers again," has become a classic on social media. The world's most luxurious mask, created by Israeli jewelry brand Ivel, was made for a Chinese businessman and is valued at $1.5 million. It has 250 grams of 18-karat gold, 3,608 natural diamonds, and an N99 filter, all in one piece weighing 0.6 pounds. High-level protection with a red carpet shine. Stargazy pie is a traditional dish from Cornwall, where sardines stick their heads and sometimes tails out of the crust as if gazing at the stars. Beneath the pastry lies a mix of potatoes, bacon, eggs, and a creamy mustard sauce. And on a recipe as tasty as it is unsettling to look at. During the 2014 Rally of Mexico, Thierry Neuville faced a radiator leak in his Hyundai just before the end. Without coolant and with the engine overheating, he and his co-driver improvised by pouring a Corona beer into the system. Surprisingly, it worked. They made it to the service and finished in third place. An electric wheelchair with a very futuristic design, capable of safely climbing stairs. Our BRO electric wheelchair goes up and down stairs and steps with just a touch of a button, taking you to your destination safely and without external help. The Alieno Unum is a Bulgarian hypercar that looks straight out of the future. It has 24 electric motors and can reach speeds of up to 363 miles per hour. It also incorporates air propulsion systems to improve performance and stability. It charges with electricity and also breathes air as part of its system. Did Halle Berry know Adrian Brody was going to kiss her at the Oscars? Not at all. Years later, she revealed that she thought, "What the heck is going on?" According to her, the kiss wasn't planned and clearly took her by surprise. A concert underwater? That's Aquasonic, and an amazing show by the Danish band Between Music. The musicians submerge in specially designed tanks to play handmade instruments and sing with unique microphones. They don't use diving equipment. They come up to breathe between songs. Everything is designed to recreate real water conditions, including the temperature. In Gibraltar, planes and cars share the road. The airport runway crosses a public road, and every time a plane takes off or lands, traffic stops as if a train were passing. In the low season, the wait might be 10 minutes, but in summer, better be patient. Boxing and chess in one sport? It exists, and it's called chess boxing. In this match, rounds of punches and lightning chess games alternate. You can win by knockout or checkmate, making it as mental as it is physical. It's played in a ring, with gloves, strategy, and a lot of concentration. That smell of wet earth that we love so much? It's called geosmin, and it's produced by soil bacteria when rain arrives. Our sense of smell detects it even in tiny amounts. It's like a natural signal that water's on the way. The pygmy seahorse is less than 0.8 inches long and is a camouflage master. It lives in the corals of Southeast Asia, perfectly blending with its surroundings. Its protuberances make it almost invisible among gorgonians. It's one of the smallest fish in the world and lives in groups of up to 20, a marine gem that's hard to find. Parahawking is an incredible mix of paragliding and trained birds of prey. Participants fly alongside falcons or vultures, following their instinct to find rising air currents. The birds lead the way in the sky, and humans follow. It's a flying experience guided by nature. The Xiaomi SU7 is the brand's first electric car, and it came out strong. It accelerates from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 1.7 seconds, combining power and technology. Its battery offers up to 497 miles of range, perfect for long trips. It was presented in 2021 and launched in 2024. A futuristic sedan that redefines mobility. In Tokyo, it's already common to see delivery robots carrying food along the sidewalks. Developed by Cartkin and Mitsubishi Electric, when Uber Eats uses them for deliveries, they measure just over half a meter, have 6 wheels, and can carry up to 44 pounds. They move at a calm but steady pace. The future is already being delivered to your door. Raccoons are famous for washing their food before eating it, but they don't do it for cleanliness. In fact, this curious behavior comes from an ancestral instinct. Their ancestors hunted in rivers and developed the habit of manipulating food in the water. The largest paper airplane ever made measured 44.9 feet and was launched in Arizona, USA, using reinforced cardboard for aerodynamic testing. This record from 2012 proves creativity and engineering. Fly high with paper. Harley Quinn, previously known as Harley King, was created for the Batman animated series in 1992 and later incorporated into DC Comics. This character has evolved in comics and on screen. An iconic anti-hero. Discharge alkaline batteries bounce due to hydrogen gas formation that hardens their interior. A fascinating physical phenomenon that helps identify dead batteries. Science in action. NASA spacesuits cost up to $150 million and include integrated life support systems. These suits are essential for survival and mission success in space. Cutting-edge technology. The Ember Smart Mug controls drink temperature and offers interactive entertainment with an integrated LED display. The Ember Mug 2 is perfect for keeping beverages at the ideal temperature. Ideal for coffee and tea lovers. Technology and style in one cup. Unitree G1, previously known as Unit G1, is a humanoid robot that replicates kung fu movements with precision using machine learning. This robot showcases advanced AI and robotics integration. An impressive tech demo. The Sarco's Guardian Rescue Robot, previously known as Sprout, scans debris with thermal sensors and LiDAR to locate victims. It is a crucial tool in rescue operations. Its precision saves lives. Technology serving life. The Realight 360-degree reflector, previously known as Flector. 360 is a battery-free reflective spoke system for bicycles. An innovative and safe Danish solution. It improves night visibility. Visibility guaranteed. GameStar X3 Pro, previously known as Mando. GameStar X3 Pro is a cooled mobile gaming controller with a Peltier plate. Play cooler and more comfortably. Perfect for passionate gamers. Uninterrupted gaming. The Logitech MX vertical mouse, previously known as Argo Twister, features an ergonomic design to prevent injuries. Perfect for users seeking comfort. It reduces wrist fatigue. Health and productivity. Icon of the Seas, previously known as Star of the Seas, is a Royal Caribbean cruise ship with LNG engines and virtual reality experiences. When a unique and sustainable travel experience, it offers immersive entertainment, luxury and technology at sea. The Air Garden Smart Terrarium, previously known as Petite Forêt Plus, controls light and humidity via app for tropical plants. Ideal for tech-savvy gardeners, it creates an optimal environment. Green care at your fingertips. The conference bike, also known as Kobe, features a circular design for 7 people created by Eric Staller. This radial setup encourages collaboration and interaction, perfect for dynamic and creative meetings. The hyper-realistic embroideries of Casey Zavalia are textile artworks with microscopic details. Every stitch tells a story, creating vivid and detailed images. A perfect fusion of art and patience. Self-propelled seat sender chairs use a robotic system in airports to guide passengers. Yes, this crown equipment technology improves efficiency and comfort. Traveling becomes easier and faster. Ephemeral beach art creates giant drawings visible from aerial views, such as the works of Andres Amador. These temporary creations leave a powerful visual impact. Art in dialogue with nature. The Lumiku Light Cube is an interactive projector with motion sensors. It transforms any surface into an art gallery. Ideal for creative ambience. LED facades like the Samsung OmniTube in Seoul offer immersive screens in retail spaces. This example at Starfield COEX shows how LED technology transforms commercial environments. Immersive advertising. The Spot Police robot by Boston Dynamics is used by the NYPD in high-risk operations. This autonomous robot improves safety and efficiency in dangerous situations. Technology serving the law. The fire escape evacuation backpack includes rope and certified braking systems. It meets the EN 341 2011 standard for safe descents. Safety at height. Seabob water propulsion devices allow high-speed swimming and are used by special forces. This German brand offers a unique aquatic experience. Speed and efficiency. The MSG Sphere in Las Vegas is a dome with 16K LED screens and holophonic sound, costing $2,300 million. It delivers a one-of-a-kind immersive experience. Technology and entertainment at the highest level. MojoVision AR contact lenses integrate augmented reality in a prototype currently in clinical phase. They are not commercial yet, but promise to change how we see the world. Augmented reality in your eyes. The SOWO Swimmer X8 is a floating Bluetooth speaker with RGB LED lights. Ideal for pools and beaches, it delivers immersive sound and visuals. Perfect for outdoor parties. It is water-resistant and has a long-lasting battery. The Mercedes-Benz EQXX is a vehicle with sensors that monitor heart rate and stress. This Mercedes concept car promises a healthy driving experience. Health and technology in motion. The Turbine Espresso by Alfa Dominici features a design inspired by jet engines made of stainless steel. It delivers coffee with an aerospace engineering vibe. Coffee with industrial style. The Adidas 4 DFW D3D printed sneakers are made using carbon digital light synthesis technology. Adidas has revolutionized athletic footwear with this official model. Innovation and comfort. The Sea Breacher Dolphin is a submersible capsule that dives to 39.4 feet with an autonomy of 80 minutes. Its electric thrusters provide a unique aquatic experience. Underwater adventure. The Gravity Industries Jet Suit Flight Suit features jet engines producing 1,000 horsepower and can reach 3,281 feet in altitude. Used by rescue teams, it is a symbol of innovation. Fly like a superhero. The Infinity Floor Mirror installation uses LEDs and opposing mirrors in artistic displays. One example is the Team Lab Museum in Tokyo, where reality transforms. Art and technology merge. The Razer Project. Christine Keyboard features keys with mini OLED screens that customize icons and functions in real time. Presented at CES 2014, this Razer concept redefines the keyboard experience. Technology and personalization in every key. The soothing LED bubble fountain combines bubbles, waterfalls, and RGB lights with remote and app control. This interactive decorative piece creates a relaxing atmosphere. Technology and serenity in one. The Amazon Echo Hub panel offers touch control for smart home systems like lights, locks, and thermostats. This official Amazon product simplifies home control. Smart living at your fingertips. The Lunatech HydraShot multi-purpose bottle turns water into a jet mist or pressure wash through manual pumping. Ideal for camping and beach use, it is a registered brand. Versatility in your backpack. The Swell Surfer Pro Surf Simulator is a platform with pressure sensors and virtual reality for indoor training. Compatible with Oculus Meta, it delivers a realistic surfing experience. Improve your skills at home. The Extreme Motorcycle Stunt Show inside a metal sphere uses centrifugal force to perform tricks on vertical and horizontal walls. Oh, this adrenaline-filled spectacle leaves audiences speechless. Perfect for speed and thrill lovers. The sand picture frame that changes landscapes when flipped is a masterpiece of creativity. Sand falls to form different scenes with controlled flow speed. Each turn reveals a new image, creating a unique visual experience. Perfect for fans of interactive art. The Flypo Flip Metal toy rolls and spins on a table, ideal for training patience and coordination. This classic toy suits all ages, offering hours of entertainment. A toy that never goes out of style. Howard Lee, a hyper-realistic optical illusion artist, creates drawings and paintings that look real. He plays with visual perception and explains his artistic process in videos. His works are fascinating and challenge perceived reality. A true master of illusion. So cookies soften by absorbing moisture due to their sugar and salt content, while baguettes with less of these ingredients dry out and harden in open air. It is a natural process that affects food texture. Curious but true. Ray the Golden Retriever dog, with a single ear in the center of her head, went viral for her unique and adorable look. After an accident, her ear shifted, and now she looks like a unicorn. A small social media star. Lollipopter is an object that looks like a twisted lollipop and changes shape when spun. It is used as an anti-stress toy or desk decoration. A fun way to relax and decorate. Aero Go-Go inflatable furniture inflates quickly with the push of a button and supports up to 661 pounds. With a rechargeable battery, it is ideal for small spaces or events. Practical and modern solutions. The €5,000 burger includes luxury ingredients like caviar, white truffle, and edible gold bread. It is an exclusive and lavish dining experience, perfect for the most demanding palates. The Dock Audio V9 Pixie sound meter features a retro style with Nixie tubes displaying the sound spectrum in LED. It decorates and visualizes music with a vintage vibe. Ideal for music lovers and tech fans. The Looking Glass Portrait Holographic Display lets you view photos, videos, and 3D models without glasses. It uses light field technology to show over 100 perspectives at 60 frames per second and is compatible with Windows, Mac, and Linux. A visualization revolution. Ritter, the 17th century writing automaton, is a mechanical doll with over 6,000 moving parts capable of writing full sentences. It is considered a marvel of early engineering and robotics, a historical treasure. The Ultra Reality 1030-inch monitor delivers a glasses-free three-dimensional experience. It uses advanced computational optics to create depth and realism in video and gaming. Total immersion. The Papantla Flyers ceremony in Veracruz, Mexico, is a Totonac tradition where 4 people descend spinning from a tall pole while another plays music at the top. It carries deep cultural and spiritual meaning. A vibrant celebration. Novotropes is a kinetic sculpture that uses stroboscopic light to create illusions of infinite motion. It is based on the golden ratio and the Fibonacci sequence. Art and mathematics in harmony. Triathlon is a competition that combines swimming, cycling, and running into a single event. It demands endurance, strategy, and adaptability, a challenge for the most complete athletes. The PW Desk Dock by NanoAF is a desktop accessory with storage and customizable LED lighting that syncs with music. With a USB hub, it turns your desk into a functional and attractive space. Style and functionality. The Metal Inception spinning top replicas are exact high-precision versions of the top from the movie Inception. They can spin for up to 10 minutes on normal surfaces and come in 16 different models. They are collectible objects and also serve as visual distractions and conversation pieces. Perfect for fans and collectors. Specs geodes are pentagon-shaped magnets that let you create complex geometric figures with over 100 combinations. They work as stress relief tools and are ideal for desks or offices. Fun and relaxation in one product. The ALO harness for blind dogs is a special harness with a front ring that acts as a tactile sensor to prevent collisions. It allows blind dogs to walk with more safety and confidence, improving quality of life for our canine friends. Automatic jar openers are motorized devices that open jars effortlessly. Ideal for older adults or people with arthritis, they are compact and easy to use, making daily life easier. The iPhone case with a physical keyboard is a shell that integrates real keys. It allows fast typing without losing screen space or touch control. Productivity and comfort in one accessory. SurgiField is a portable operating room that fits in a backpack and sets up in minutes. It includes a sterile bubble battery and control module to operate in remote areas without hospitals. It enables urgent surgeries in hard-to-reach places with safety and quality, saving lives anywhere. The Stryker home boxing training device is compact and features sensors that provide real-time feedback. It connects to apps and is ideal for developing boxers. Professional training within reach. Tuba Shishman is a Turkish artist famous on YouTube for making hyper-realistic cakes that look like real objects. Her creations are true edible works of art. A unique talent. The Jellyfish Mood Lamp Humidifier creates jellyfish-shaped mist with LED lights and aromatherapy. Voice or app-controlled, it creates a relaxing atmosphere. Technology and nature in one. German cyclist Robert Fürstemann, known as the man with steel legs, stands out in sprints for his power, an impressive athlete with a unique technique, speed and strength on two wheels. In Lagos, Nigeria, Dr. David Talarawa created the largest single drawing in the world, measuring 10,764 square feet, an artistic and medical achievement combining passion and skill. Helicopters use the DART system to land on water with waves up to 19.7 feet. This technology saves lives in maritime rescues. Innovation in rescue. Dalmatians are energetic dogs historically used as carriage dogs and by fire departments. Their energy and loyalty make them ideal companions, faithful and brave friends. In Huntington Beach, California, 66 people surfed a giant board for 12 seconds in 2015. This Guinness record showcases skill and fun in surfing, an impressive feat. Real Power, previously known as Real Pack, is a self-deploying inflatable barrier to contain oil spills. Now, this innovative solution helps protect the environment, technology serving nature. Sierra Space is testing its LifeSpace habitat for lunar and Martian missions. This NASA project is a crucial step towards space exploration, the future of life in space. The first computer mouse was created in 1964 by Douglas Engelbart. This invention forever changed how we interact with computers. A technology pioneer, static boards, previously known as magnetic boards, use static electricity to adhere to surfaces without damage. They are ideal for educational and professional environments. Functionality with environmental care. The Bayeux Tapestry, a 229-foot-long embroidery, tells the story of the Norman conquest of England in 1066. This 11th century masterpiece is a historical and artistic treasure, a journey through time. And the Nomadic Office backpack includes a fold-out desk and thermal compartments for laptops. Winner of the Red Dot Design Award, it is perfect for professionals on the move. A stylish portable office. The Meta Portal Go communication device features a portable screen with AI cameras for real-time interaction. With smart camera motion tracking, it makes video calls easier. Immersive communication. SolarTech UV reactive wear changes color under UV light using photochromic pigments. This solar active technology adds a unique touch to your style. Fashion that reacts to light. The Hush Me voice mask features active noise cancellation and sound interference for privacy. It includes a MEMS microphone and a lithium-ion battery ideal for video calls. Auditory privacy. The Sea Eagle 285 FPB inflatable fishing boat board includes an integrated electric motor with 66 pounds of thrust and a removable rigid floor. With capacity for 4 people, it is versatile and durable. Aquatic adventure guaranteed. The Sentry Safe QAP1 Be Safe offers programmable locking tamper alarms and child lock features. UL rated for fire protection, it secures your valuables. Safety and peace of mind. The Sleep Number 360. Smart bed regulates temperature by zones and includes snoring and biometric sensors. With Sleep IQ technology, it improves sleep quality. Rest intelligently. The Levy Moon levitating lamp floats magnetically and rotates silently with adjustable RGB lighting. Its diameter of 5.9 inches and accurate lunar crater detail make it unique. Tech decor. The Invisible House Joshua Tree features low E-mirrored glass panels and a corten steel structure. Winner of the AIA Design Award 2022, it blends into the landscape. Innovative architecture. The Neo Ruler X Ruler features an e-ink touchscreen and laser measurement with automatic unit conversion. With accuracy of plus or minus 0.002 inches, it is ideal for construction professionals. Precise digital measurements. EverySight Raptor AR glasses project HUD information onto the retina and provide alerts via LiDAR sensors. Developed for professional cyclists, they enhance safety and riding experience. Technology for cyclists. The Mangata Power Station Charger includes 5 removable 5,000 mAh batteries with Qi wireless charging. With IP67 water and dust protection, it is perfect for travel. And a portable, long-lasting energy. The ENO Nomad Hammock System features a foldable aluminum 7075 frame and thermal regulating pockets. With a maximum load of 397 pounds, it is ideal for outdoor adventures. Comfort and durability. Forpheus is not a normal table tennis robot, it is an AI-powered trainer. It uses 3-dimensional cameras to analyze your movements with extreme precision. It has battery life for 5 hours of intense matches. The best rival you will never get tired of facing. Shred washes heads using 12 ultra-soft robotic fingers. Its 24 sensors adjust pressure with extreme precision. Originally designed for Japanese hospitals, the shampoo of the future is here. Bebop Heatum keeps your food hot like nothing else. It controls temperature precisely between 104 and 158 degrees Fahrenheit. Its PTFE surface is safe and non-stick. Say goodbye to cold meals. SkyTran is an elevated autonomous transport system that works like a futuristic cable car. It moves along magnetic rails above traffic without touching the ground. It has already been implemented in cities like Tel Aviv and Gurgaon, India. Its pods are small, fast, and silent. It promises to change urban mobility as we know it. The Hyundai EVC robot automatically connects your electric car without you leaving the vehicle. It detects the charging port position and adjusts the angle with extreme precision. It uses V2L technology, meaning vehicle to load for efficient charging. It is compact and easy to integrate into parking facilities. Touch-free charging is already real. The Bike Bunker capsule protects bicycles with its ultra-resistant HDPE polyethylene design. It features a high-security ABUS granite lock and IP65 protection. Its curved structure blocks rain, dust, and vandalism. It weighs only 39.7 pounds, making installation easy. Your bike sleeps safely even on the street. The Jetson Bolt Pro 3-in-1 merges skateboard, scooter, and folding bike. It includes STVZO LED lights for night visibility and safety. It reaches up to 28 miles of range with just 2 hours of charging. Its compact design fits in trunks or under desks. urban mobility with style and zero hassle. Marginalia art is revived in modern books with illustrations along page edges. Artists like Tegan White and Benjamin Lacombe have taken it to another level. When this technique comes from medieval illuminated manuscripts, it adds a poetic visual layer to reading. Reading becomes more magical. The Cartesian diver bottle is a classic physics experiment that teaches about pressure. Squeezing the bottle makes the dropper float or sink depending on force. It demonstrates Archimedes' principle and air compression. Ideal for kids or curious students. A simple trick that explains complex laws. The HRP-5P robot by AIST is a humanoid designed for high-risk work. Its specialty is railway maintenance requiring extreme precision. It has arms with 7 degrees of freedom and uses the ROS system. It can lift objects, tighten bolts, and open doors. A steel worker that never asks for a break. TapStrap 2 is a wearable that turns your gestures into digital commands. It uses EMG technology, meaning electromyography, to read muscle movements. Compatible with Bluetooth 5.0, it connects to smartphones, tablets, and PCs. You can type control apps or play without a keyboard. Your body is now a smart controller. Pajak 3-dimensional parrot mural in Barcelona looks like it jumps out of the wall. It uses anamorphic trompe-l'oeil technique with high realism. Depending on the angle, the parrot changes shape and intensity. It blends street art with top-level optical illusion. A burst of color that confuses and delights. Nike Adapt BB Mag shoes use inertial and pressure sensors for augmented reality. They adjust their fit in real time while you are in VR or AR. They were developed alongside advanced immersive tech. A glimpse into adaptive footwear. When the Toto NeoRest NX2 toilet is more than a bathroom fixture, it is a full tech experience. It features a heated seat, automatic bidet, and ambient lighting. It uses UV disinfection with Actolite and a splash-free tornado flush system. Its smart system learns your schedule and preferences. Going to the bathroom has never been so elegant or futuristic. The Plunge Pro tub is used by elite athletes for intense muscle recovery. It cools water down to 39 degrees Fahrenheit using CoolFlow technology. The NBA and NFL recommend it to fight post-workout inflammation. It can be used at home gyms or outdoors. An ice experience to feel like steel. The Lumineer QAV-R2 drone with LumeCube 2.0 light shines like an artificial sun. It emits 300,000 lumens, equivalent to over 10,000 candles. It requires ANSIZ 87-1 safety goggles for risk-free operation. It is used in cinema night rescue and extreme photography. Fly and light up the night. The Banana Arm Prosthetic by SoftBank features a design inspired by bananas. Yes, literally. It uses flexible EVA silicone for comfort and biomimetic adaptation. It is part of a university project at Waseda in Tokyo. It aims to break stigmas with humor and functionality. A prosthetic that stands out and works incredibly well. Westphalia Parking Pro automates bus parking with extreme precision. It uses LiDAR SLAM to map surroundings and park in tight spaces. It is already operating at Istanbul Airport with great efficiency. It reduces accidents, maneuvering time, and fuel consumption. Parking giant buses is now a robot job. The island Hunga Tonga. Hunga Ha'apai formed after the 2014 to 2015 eruption, not in 2019 as once believed. It reached 394 feet in height and connected 2 pre-existing volcanic islands. In 2022, a new eruption at Home Reef created another temporary island. This one measured 258,000 square feet and received wide scientific attention. Tonga is a true natural laboratory. Jetpacks do exist and have been tested for rescue and exhibition tasks, but their use is limited. There is no verified record of deliveries in Glastonbury as claimed. Their autonomy is very low, between 5 and 10 minutes at most. They also cost around $400,000 each. They are not yet viable for daily deliveries. Yes, the pygmy seahorse, or Hippocampus bargabanti measures between 0.4 and 0.8 inches. It lives camouflaged among Pacific gorgonians, blending perfectly with coral texture. It is one of the smallest known marine species. Its size and color allow it to remain completely unnoticed. Tonga is not among its main habitats. Sable Island is located in Nova Scotia, Canada, and is famous for its wild horses. They are believed to descend from horses abandoned during the 18th century. The island is uninhabited and long in shape as described. There are no exact figures for the current horse population. Even so, it is a Canadian natural icon. Glowfex UV paint does not absorb visible light, but reacts to ultraviolet light. Another patent describes infrared absorption using special nanoparticles. The figure of 99.4% corresponds to Vantablack type coatings, not acrylic paints. There is common confusion between reactive and absorptive pigments. This case was classified as incorrect information. The marble chapels located in General Carrera Lake in Chile are real. They are limestone caves eroded by water over centuries. The turquoise color of the water comes from dissolved minerals in the lake. Although they were not officially declared a sanctuary in 1994, they are protected, a natural spectacle in Chilean Patagonia. The technique used to detect fertilized eggs with light is called ovoscopy, not hoboscopy. It consists of shining a bright light through the egg. It is used in industrial incubators to verify embryo development. Although the term is not widely known, the technique is standard. It is essential for large-scale poultry production. The sablefish is long, metallic, and highly aerodynamic. Its fusiform body allows it to move at high speed in deep waters. It has a strong tail fin that provides power for hunting. It is highly valued in gastronomy for its firm texture. Biology confirms its efficient hydrodynamic design. Philadelphia cream cheese was not created in Philadelphia, but in Chester, New York in 1872. William Lawrence was trying to make Neufchâtel cheese and added extra cream. Distributor Alva Reynolds named it Philadelphia as a marketing strategy. He wanted to leverage the city's dairy reputation. That is how the famous spreadable cheese was born. The Atlanterhavsveien Road connects Kristiansund and Molde on the west coast of Norway. It has 8 bridges that cross the ocean, including the curved Storsøysundet Bridge. From certain angles, it appears to float or bend over the water. It was named Construction of the Century in Norway for its scenic design. Driving there feels like a video game experience. Ostrich racing is a real and spectacular event. These animals can reach speeds of up to 43 miles per hour. Brave riders mount them and race down the track in an exciting competition. The mix of speed and skill makes it a unique, adrenaline-filled event. Do not miss it. Cinema 5D takes the movie experience to another level. With 3-dimensional images, moving seats, wine scents, and physical effects like water sprays, you are fully immersed. It feels like being inside the story and living every scene with all your senses. And get ready for a unique cinematic adventure. The Thanksgiving Day Balloon Parade in the United States fills the sky with giant, colorful cartoon figures. It is a traditional event that marks the start of the holiday season. Families and friends gather to enjoy its magic and joy. A visual spectacle not to be missed. The Tottenham Hotspur Stadium has revolutionized beer service with automated taps. This technology pours beer quickly and cold, reducing lines and waiting time. Temperature-controlled systems ensure every pint is perfect. Ideal for enjoying the match without missing any action. There is a clock that defies gravity by showing water droplets that appear to rise instead of fall. It creates a fascinating visual effect and includes an ionizer to improve air quality. When the violet sky phenomenon in Japan in 2019 was caused by light scattering after Typhoon Ai's passed. The unusual sky color amazed everyone and created a striking natural display. It was a reminder of nature's beauty and power, an unforgettable event. The giant sand nativity scene in Las Palmas de Gran Canaria is the largest in the world. It is created by artists from multiple countries with incredible detail. This impressive work attracts visitors from around the globe, a masterpiece of sand sculpture worth seeing. In Valencia, Spain, the Museum of Fine Arts is one of the main cultural institutions. A treasure of art and history, it is well worth a visit. Culture and beauty in every corner. Ilusa, previously known as Ilusiona, is an interactive space in Madrid dedicated to optical illusions. Visitors can create photos and videos that play with visual perception. It offers a unique and fun experience, perfect for photography and illusion lovers. Nika Rel, previously known as Nikar Rel, is a photographer specializing in capturing dancers and athletes in motion. Using unique wardrobe collections, her work becomes art in movement. She captures grace and strength in every image. There is a gravity-defying clock that shows water droplets moving upward instead of falling. It also includes an ionizer that improves air quality, making the space healthier and visually striking. A perfect blend of technology and design. Circus trapeze artists are true masters of risk and beauty. Their synchronized acrobatics require extraordinary skill and courage. Every movement is choreographed with precise accuracy. It is a perfect mix of art and adrenaline. A supermarket in Changsha, China features giant replicas of food like oversized burgers and fruits. These displays have gone viral for their creativity and extravagance. LED tattoos with biometric sensors glow in the dark and change color based on pulse or temperature. These innovative designs blend art and technology. They create a unique and personalized experience, ideal for tech and fashion enthusiasts. Helium-controlled flying fish, known as swimmers, move through the air thanks to buoyancy. These remote-controlled toys are great for indoor competitions. They provide hours of fun, a unique alternative for playful entertainment. Flanova is a flying spinner that performs full 360-degree tricks using stability sensors. It charges quickly via USB, making it easy to use anytime. A perfect high-tech toy for all ages. Time Flip 2 is a physical polyhedron timer for task management with Bluetooth synchronization. It combines organization and style in one device, perfect for efficient time management. The Babolat Play paddle sensor, previously known as Paddle Play, measures speed and spin on paddle rackets. It provides detailed analysis to improve performance. Technology designed to refine your technique. A verified cooking trick shows that boiling pasta in a skillet reduces cooking time due to greater heat surface area. It is faster and more efficient, perfect for busy cooks who want quick, delicious meals. The BeachBot Robot by TNO is an autonomous beach plastic collector powered by AI. This Dutch project helps clean beaches and oceans. It contributes to sustainability through clean technology. And ambient lighting systems for televisions use a camera to capture screen colors and sync them with lights behind the TV. This creates an immersive viewing atmosphere, perfect for home theater setups. Smart glasses that translate in real time allow instant translation, app downloads, calls, and notifications without using a phone. These real-time translation smart glasses act like a personal assistant. They simplify communication and make daily life easier. The future is already here. Yawning helps regulate brain temperature and oxygenates the body. It occurs when we are tired, bored, or need stimulation. It has been observed in humans and many animals like dogs and birds. Researchers link it to brain self-regulation mechanisms. It can also be contagious when seen or heard. Poached eggs are cooked in water at 176 to 185 degrees Fahrenheit with a touch of vinegar. They are cooked without the shell, keeping the yolk runny. The white gently wraps around the yolk. It is a classic and modern cooking technique. Patience brings delicious results. Snails belong to the Gastropoda class and have spiral shells. They are hermaphrodites and move using a viscous mucus. There are over 60,000 species in land and water environments. Some are edible, others pests, and some pets. Their slow pace symbolizes calm and persistence. Lycoid cats have a mutation that gives them a werewolf-like appearance. Their fur is sparse, coarse, and changes with the seasons. It is not a disease, but a natural genetic condition. They are affectionate, playful, and social with humans. They are popular due to their unique look. Loofah is a climbing plant whose dried fruit is used as a natural vegetable sponge. It exfoliates skin in an eco-friendly way. Young fruits can also be eaten in soups. It belongs to the gourd family like cucumbers. It is widely cultivated in Asia and the Americas. Three-dimensional printed dresses combine art technology and sustainability in fashion. They are made with biodegradable resins or flexible plastics without seams. Designers like Iris van Herpen have showcased them internationally. They adapt to the body without tailoring, a true revolution in textile design. Bien Lian is a Chinese theatrical technique that changes masks in seconds. It is performed using fast fan or hand movements. It is part of Sichuan opera and taught secretly. Traditionally, only men learned it through family lineage. Yet its execution is impressive and almost magical. Samsung's Behold advertisement featured an ostrich wearing Gear VR goggles. By virtually flying, it symbolized breaking impossible barriers. It was a major advertising success. It won 7 CLIO awards and 3 Cannes Lions Gold Awards in 2016. Emotional, creative, and technically flawless, the Alice Electric Airplane by Eviation is the first fully electric passenger aircraft. It carries 9 passengers and 2 crew members using rechargeable lithium batteries. It first flew in 2022. It aims to revolutionize regional flights, a milestone in commercial aviation. Masks in Mexican wrestling represent identity, legacy, and mystery in the ring. They transform wrestlers into symbolic characters. Legends like El Santo and Blue Demon made them national icons. Each mask holds personal, historical, or family meaning. Losing it in combat is considered dishonorable. The taco al pastor originated from Lebanese influence in Mexico during the 1930s. It is made with pork marinated in achiote, dried chili, and pineapple juice. The meat cooks on a vertical rotating spit and is sliced thin. Or it is served on corn tortillas with pineapple, onion, cilantro, and salsa. One of Mexico's most iconic dishes. Engineer Tom Stanton designed high-impact homemade automatic dart launchers. These devices reach firing speeds of up to 689 darts per minute. They use friction wheels and PVC pipes inspired by Gatling mechanisms. They are not toys but are used in controlled demonstrations. A great example of creative engineering for entertainment. The Cave of Death in Rio Cuarto, Costa Rica, is known for its carbon dioxide concentration. This gas is denser than oxygen and accumulates at the bottom, displacing breathable air. It comes from active volcanic faults emitting odorless, colorless gases. Any unprotected living being can suffocate in seconds. A natural warning of invisible danger. And dreadlocks are strands of matted hair with deep symbolic value. They form naturally or through techniques like crochet or backcombing. In Rastafarian culture, they symbolize spirituality, resistance, and connection to nature. Today, they are also worn as personal expression. Their style transcends cultures, generations, and prejudice. Lego bricks are manufactured with extreme precision, ensuring full compatibility. Since 1958, all pieces fit together regardless of collection. There are special parts like gears, wheels, hinges, and robotic sensors. This variety allows simple builds or complex machines. Lego is used for play and education alike. The stapes is the smallest bone in the human body, measuring about 0.12 inches long. It is part of the middle ear, along with the malleus and incus. Its function is to transmit sound vibrations to the inner ear. It plays a crucial role in converting sound into nerve signals. Despite its size, it is vital for hearing. Convertible furniture is a practical solution for small functional homes. It easily transforms into other furniture like sofa beds, desks, or wall beds. It uses sliding, rotating, or folding systems for daily use. It saves space without sacrificing comfort or design. Ideal for apartments, offices, and multi-purpose spaces. The Virgin of Guadalupe is a religious and cultural icon venerated throughout Mexico and Latin America. She appeared in December 1531 to Juan Diego at Tepeyac Hill. Her image miraculously appeared on a tilma that still exists. This tilma is housed in the Basilica of Guadalupe in Mexico City. Her figure unites indigenous spirituality with colonial Christianity. Dreams occur during the REM phase when the brain is highly active. They process memories, emotions, and recent experiences. Although they may seem chaotic, they serve mental and emotional health functions. They blend images, thoughts, and desires in symbolic or surreal ways. Still under study, they are essential for psychological balance. The fruit of the palm, Borassus flabellifer, also called nungu, is very popular in Asia. Inside, it contains 3 gelatinous lobes that are refreshing and rich in water. When it ripens, the pulp becomes sweet, fibrous, and orange in color. It is consumed fresh or in juices and desserts for its high nutritional value. It is a natural source of energy, minerals, and antioxidants. The fairy chimneys of Cappadocia, Turkey are unique volcanic formations. They are formed by erosion of volcanic tuff, creating pillars topped with harder rock caps. Their fairy tale shapes explain the unusual name. Many were used as homes and churches since Byzantine times. Today, they are a major tourist attraction and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Stop-motion animation consists of photographing objects that move frame by frame. Each small movement creates the illusion of life when played in sequence. It is used with puppets, clay, or handmade figures with great detail. It requires patience, precision, and a very artisanal style. It is popular in film advertising and music for its unique visual charm. Crocodile skin boots are a highly coveted luxury item. They are handcrafted from Nile crocodile leather, regulated by CITES. Each pair is unique with natural scaly textures of high aesthetic value, and their durability and resistance make them ideal for high-end fashion. They are a status symbol in Western and cowboy cultures. Lake Paupad on Peling Island in Indonesia is a hidden gem. Although it is called black water because of tree reflections, its waters are crystal clear. The bottom, with logs, rocks, and sand, is perfectly visible. It is surrounded by coconut palms and jungle vegetation, creating a magical setting. It is ideal for diving, paddling, and ecotourism. Volcanic pizzas are cooked on geothermal rocks in active volcanic areas. This method is used in places like Stromboli Island in Italy. Natural heat exceeds 1,432 degrees Fahrenheit, cooking the pizza in minutes. The crust becomes extremely crispy with a slightly smoky flavor. It is an extreme and very rare culinary experience. I bet you did not know about this supermarket in Changsha, China. It is famous for giant replicas of food like oversized hamburgers and fruits that went viral for their creativity and extravagance. It is a paradise for photography lovers and those looking for something different. Do not miss it if you visit China. Ambient lighting systems for televisions use a camera to capture on-screen colors and synchronize them with lights behind the TV, creating an immersive atmosphere. The LED screen at Comerica Park in Detroit covers about 10,760 square feet and belongs to the Detroit Tigers. It is a stadium with cutting-edge technology that greatly enhances the spectator experience. The Covercraft UV40 self-adjusting car cover, previously known as a smart cover, deploys using weather sensors. It adapts to climate conditions to protect your vehicle with personalized care. Boston Dynamics Atlas robots in kickboxing-style demonstrations use predictive AI for movement. They showcase advanced robotic skills where sports and technology meet. The Clocky alarm clock rolls around the room to force you to get up and catch it. This clever alarm ensures you will not fall back asleep. Clocky by Nanda Home changed the way mornings start. The Bio-Orb Sphere is a spherical aquarium with bioluminescent plankton Noctiluca scintillans. This chemiluminescent phenomenon creates a natural light show combining science and beauty. The Jellyfish Art Tank Aquarium is cylindrical with programmable LED lighting for an alien-like effect. It is a leader in the United States, offering a unique visual experience with jellyfish. The Bugzooka insect catcher has an extendable tube with soft bristles that safely traps insects using suction. This device, patented in the United States, is ideal for entomologists and nature lovers. The D-Box haptic system takes movies to another level with synchronized vibrations. It has 4 linear motors that respond kinetically to audio. It is compatible with Dolby Atmos and streaming platforms, and is backed by patent US 108127553B2. The Lazarus LMV496 is a hybrid motorcycle that can also fly. It features 4 electric turbines that deploy to lift it off the ground. It can reach about 75 miles per hour on land and take off vertically. It is designed for urban transport and extreme adventures. The magnetic slime, ferrofluid slime kit, combines science and fun in one container. On it mixes PVA borax and iron filings to become interactive. It reacts to strong magnets showing real diamagnetic properties. It is ideal for learning physics through play. Artifon Orba 2 is a mini digital musical instrument that fits in your hand. It uses capacitive sensors and gyroscopes to detect gestures. You can play drums, bass synths, and loops by moving your fingers. It works as a MIDI controller compatible with any software. Big Bounce America is a giant inflatable park. Its structures reach about 32 feet in height and cover more than 23,680 square feet of play area. It is perfect for jumping, running, and tackling obstacles in a high-energy adventure. Amazon Echo Frame smart glasses integrate directional speakers and the Alexa Assistant. They are compatible with prescription lenses and designed for everyday use. The kinetic sculpture Hummingbird Automata by Derek Hugger features a wooden mechanism with wings flapping about 80 times per second. This woodworking automata technique is mesmerizing art in motion. Tornado potatoes are a street snack cut into a crispy spiral. They are sliced with a special machine skewered on a stick and fried. Then they are seasoned with salt, chili, cheese, or spices. They are popular at fairs, markets, and food festivals. The leaf cricket belongs to the Tetagoniidae family and camouflages itself as a real leaf. It has long antennae, jumping legs, and produces sounds during courtship. It lives in forests and jungles where it easily goes unnoticed. Despite appearances, it is mostly herbivorous. And the Trebovlia chimney in Slovenia stands about 1,181 feet tall, making it the tallest in Europe. It was built in 1976 for a power plant that is now closed. In 2020, it became a climbing route with 13 vertical sections known as Never-Ending Story. Fat choy, also called nostoc flagelliform, is an algae that symbolizes prosperity in China. It is eaten during the new year, but overharvesting damages soil and causes desert erosion. Because of this, it is regulated. Its name sounds like getting rich in Cantonese. The average height of runway models ranges from about 5 feet 9 inches to 5 feet 11 inches. This height helps showcase clothing proportions. While not an official rule, many agencies require it. When advertising allows more flexibility and current trends promote body diversity. In the 19th century, headless photos became fashionable in studios. The effect was achieved through double exposure or negative manipulation. It reflected Victorian fascination with the occult and the macabre and showcased early photographic techniques. The common swift spends about 90% of its life flying without stopping. It eats, sleeps, and even mates while in continuous flight. It migrates annually from Europe and Asia to sub-Saharan Africa. Its boomerang-shaped wings give it exceptional speed and agility. An ectopic tooth appears outside its natural position in the mouth. It can emerge in the palate, nose, or even the sinus cavity. It is common in upper canines and can cause discomfort or infection. Treatment involves surgery or orthodontics depending on the case. Golf balls are made with layered designs for maximum performance. The core, made of polybutadiene, affects compression and distance. The outer layer of urethane improves control and feel. Dimples optimize aerodynamics during flight. Rob Gronkowski, former Tampa Bay Buccaneers player, set a world record by catching a football dropped from a helicopter at about 600 feet. The feat took place at the University of Arizona, his alma mater, and he succeeded on the third attempt. Disney owns a private island in the Bahamas called Castaway Cay, also known as Cayo Gorda. It serves as an exclusive port for Disney Cruise Line ships. About 60 crew members live and work there permanently. Disney holds a 99-year lease valid until 2096. The Quindio wax palm, native to Colombia, is the tallest palm species in the world. reaching up to about 230 feet. Its leaves can measure over 6.5 feet. It is vital to the local ecosystem and shelters endangered species, like the yellow-eared parrot. The babirusa pig, native to the Celebes Islands in Indonesia, has an appearance that seems prehistoric. Its huge tusks grow upward from its snout, giving it a monstrous look. It is known as the deer pig, a name derived from Malay. The largest arcade machine in the world stands over 13 feet tall and nearly 6.5 feet wide. It is located at Torre Outlet in Zaragoza. Designed by Jason Camberry, it set its height record on December 18, 2021. Before becoming an actor, Steve Buscemi worked as a firefighter in Manhattan Division 55 from 1980 to 1984. After the September 11, 2001 attacks, he volunteered and returned to duty for 12 weeks to assist in rescue efforts. Alma's caviar, known as the Diamond of Foods, is the most expensive in the world at $34,500 per kilogram. It comes from the Iranian beluga sturgeon, found only in the Caspian Sea. It is produced in low-pollution regions and reserved for the most demanding palates. Taylor was the longest-lived red panda in captivity, living 21 years and 265 days. Born at the Montana Zoo in the United States, Taylor loved grapes and long naps. He passed away in February 2020, leaving a lasting legacy. And the Neuro R3 is an autonomous delivery vehicle designed by Neuro. It is electric and built only to transport goods, not people. Equipped with 12 cameras, it has full 360-degree vision. It can carry up to 12 grocery bags at once. Shinoika Jigoku Hot Pond in Beppu, Japan, is famous for its red waters caused by iron oxide. Water temperatures range from about 122 to 194 degrees Fahrenheit, making it dangerous to touch. It is one of Japan's main geothermal attractions. Rhinoceroses have extremely thick skin, up to about 2 inches, which can resist strong impacts. Despite this, they are very sensitive to sunlight due to low melanin. To protect themselves, they coat their skin in mud, which acts as natural sunscreen. Rogerio Ceni is the highest-scoring goalkeeper in soccer history with 131 goals during his career at Sao Paulo. His free kick and penalty skills made him a unique figure in Brazilian football. The Stradivarius Lady Blunt violin was sold in 2011 for $15.9 million at auction in London. The sale by Tarisio set a record, and all proceeds went to victims of the Japan earthquake and tsunami. The climbing gourami, also known as the climbing perch, can walk and breathe outside water. It uses a labyrinth organ to absorb oxygen from air. It can survive up to 6 days out of water and uses its fins to move between water sources. The honey badger, also known as the ratel, is considered the bravest animal in the world. Measuring about 33 inches and relatively light, it fearlessly confronts predators like lions and cheetahs. It can run up to about 19 miles per hour and has a powerful bite. And this is all. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Zarpado facts.